But no, and all this stuff is, so everything that I'm doing here, record just to cover my butt, cover your
Yep,
butt,
absolutely.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So whatever you guys want to work on, like, this is test me, challenge me in a sense like, hey, how's this gonna work, or how's this, or whatever it is that you guys want, and I'm gonna give you exactly what you want. So it's not like we're gonna go through one step, we're gonna have to learn how to, once you want to learn how the striking and the grappling, like, I've done it all. Like, everything that I do hand to hand, I don't shoot. Like, I know how to disarm. I don't need to, I don't go that way. My niece died in that. I don't know if I shared that with, but she got shot in a gun range and died in that. And I was like, holy moly, yeah. And it's horrific. She leaves family behind, but I've also seen enough on guns that I don't have comfortable, because I would be too easy for me to shoot somebody. Easy, I'm gonna go for the less resistance. If I have a stick, if I have something, I'm gonna use that before I go to hand. One, because at different age and stage, your body's not gonna be what it is when you're in your twenties, thirties, forties, and so forth. I'm in the fifties and I feel it more now.
Yeah.
So I have to be cautious and I have to be smart, and I'm not gonna be going in there like, yeah, let's go toe to toe. I've been there, done that. I don't wanna do that again. And then this day and age, you guys don't want to have that, especially if you're carrying,
Yeah.
because then they can use that against
Totally.
you. So,
Yeah, well, Sam's a gun guy like me.
okay,
And I kind of told him that I kind of want a skill set to bridge the gap.
Yep.
If I find myself in a situation where I can't get to my gun, let's
Absolutely.
do something where so I can get to the gun, or
Yeah, like for me, it's always about creating like a defensive distance kind of thing.
Yep.
And so like my background, kind of similar to you, I've done a mixed bag of martial arts.
Okay.
Never belted in anything,
Cool.
but have enough information to be really confused as to what actually
Yeah.
is. Mark, I would say, has been a great shooting coach and role model from the competitive side, and then also some of the combatives. But I also have a background. I was never law enforcement,
Okay.
but I worked with a lot of law enforcement and ex-military guys and trained with firearms in different capacities. So I would say not a state champion, but
Right.
definitely capable of a firearm. And then moderately comfortable with fighting, but would like to be, like you said, more confident in my ability to exit a situation. And if it's me and Mark hanging out, or if it's me and my wife, or me and a buddy, being able to be that individual that can create space for an exit.
Same. And I have much less martial arts experience than he does.
Gotcha.
That, so yeah.
Well, so I'm gonna sort of be throwing stuff out to you, and
Yeah.
if there's anything that you want more of or less of.
And it's been a minute for me, so I'm fairly rusty. I think we're on the same playing field.
So whenever you guys are out and about and your family's with you, you're always gonna be the head of household. Remember that wedge that I did with you last week? So test review time. I'm putting you on the spot. See, don't make me look bad. No, I'm kidding. So if yours a wedge, say I'm the wife.
Okay.
Mark's he's the man.
Yeah.
So we don't want to handicap him by having our family members or our kids hold on to ours, right? They say you're the other kid, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to just hold on to him right here. Because he knows, so he's always going to be having both hands open.
Yeah.
And we have this, so whenever he's going in there and you're like create a code name, like Rambo's Pink Cadillac, whatever code name means, like get together, we're not playing, this is time to come together.
Okay.
So I'm holding on, so you still have access to grab your gun, to get over here. If I break this chain and you feel how I have that tension, and can you pull a little tension on him, but not hard, but you feel that tension on both sides.
Yeah, I can feel it.
So when any of the chain breaks, all of us goes there and attacks.
Oh, interesting.
Not, go around the corner, make for Johnny or Susie, make sure that she gets covered. So if he's walking and all of a sudden say this chain breaks, boom, then you go to whichever side breaks, and then everybody attacks that perpetrator or that person at once.
Okay.
As opposed, and you're gonna have here, everybody's gonna go in there. So the easiest targets, I always want you to remember, eyes and throat. I've trained a gazillion people. Nobody can take a poke in the eye, a shot to the throat, and we're gonna show you how strong you are, right? You've seen Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah.
Okay, hold out your pinky. Okay, now we're gonna do this. I want you to place it right on his throat, and I just want you to walk past. Stay strong. Keep on walking. Oh,
I don't want to do it.
yeah, but you see,
Yeah.
so same thing. So if I can poke him, like, and it doesn't take very much.
It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's really uncomfortable.
So
Yeah.
same thing. Now do the same thing. Close your eye. Now place your thumb or any, and then just walk past him. Yeah.
I know that really did last time.
So that's how quick.
I'm already nervous.
Yeah, when in doubt, you're gonna be cautious, and the number one universal language is pain.
Sure.
So in law enforcement, they have to have pain compliance. In street defense or self-defense, I don't have to be compliant. You're gonna respect pain, and I'm gonna give it to you enough to get away.
Copy that.
So there's no ifs and buts. If I have to go to that extreme, I gotta go to that extreme to get away.
Yeah.
I would tell people, I'm gonna attack you until I can see the opening to get away. Not attack, oh, I'm gonna make you pay and stay down, and then all of a sudden his homies are coming over from every corner, and then you're like, oh, shoot, then you're shoot up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So first thing first, hands are always up.
Sure.
And you're never gonna be like in a square, like, oh, we're
Yeah.
talking,
Yeah.
everything in here. I want hand gestures, hands up, and it's taking a stance, but like your stance is gonna be 1 foot forward, that lead hands are gonna be forward.
Okay.
If this foot's forward, then that lead hand's forward.
Okay.
Copy.
Instead of trying to switch and going in there, you can always, remember this, you can always remove yourself more than you can remove the other person.
That's fair.
Because if I have Ian, who's like 7 foot, 300 pounds, I was like, I can not move you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, I'm 170 pounds. Can I move this guy? Well, I can move him by the throat, but can I manhandle him? No.
No.
And some 110-pound kid is not gonna be able to take that. You're gonna have different skills that a 5-year-old to a 95-year-old can do. Your attributes in between is gonna be your timeline, your strength line. So whatever you come in, you're gonna be, when you get to your 40s or 50s or 60s, you're like, ooh, that car accident, whatever may haunt you in life that you did from sports is gonna come back and pay that price. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So my hands are up. First thing I want you to do is just like touching, and I want you to do 3 hits, not the 1-hit wonder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because 1 hit, look how I'm loading it up.
Yeah.
But can I be like a woodpecker and go 3 times to your eyes?
Absolutely.
Can I go like that soft enough to, okay, now I can retract to get to
Yeah.
where I need to be. So instead of doing the 1-hit wonder, you're going in, and let's just say, just like, I use this bag, and then actually, one will go in the bag, and so I want you to feel what it's like to punch,
Sure.
and so, and then I want you to feel what it's like to poke something physical.
Okay.
I have a great stand-in too, so
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
this
Great,
one
yeah,
right in here, so whenever you're hitting.
Yeah.
You wanna hit on these 2 knuckles.
Okay.
These 2 knuckles break them, these 2 knuckles break you.
Copy that. I've never heard that.
So whenever you hit, you never want to extend your arm straight, because then you hyperextend and now you're gonna bang your joints.
Okay.
So whenever I hit, it's chin down, just like in self-defense and fighting, you're like, hey, I don't want no problems.
Yeah.
But look, as soon as I'm here, I can snap that jab straight out or that cross. But what I want you guys to feel, don't hit hard, but just feel what it's like to hit something a little physical. And then I'm gonna have you, here's my stand-in right in here, is what it feels like to eye gouge. And I want your fingers to go like from a jab, like, hey, we're talking, so I'll use you right here. And then we'll just go like 30 seconds and then just
Okay.
feel what it's like to
So,
eye gouge.
just
Yep,
in the eyes.
yep, just right there. Yep. See how now he's a lot tougher than anybody in here. So you
Sure.
can take it. you
Yeah.
can take it.
Dude, if
Good.
you did someone's face, oh my
But
goodness,
see
yeah.
how easy that is? Now, when you go in for that eye gouge, I want you to scratch his nose.
Just like,
Yep, and then I want you to palm his chin with the same hand. So here goes a 3-hit wonder.
okay.
Grab it,
Match.
boom, boom. Yes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yep, but don't break it down so far. So you're gonna send like this. So you're gonna punch, grab the palm.
Okay.
Punch, so go with your lead hand. So if that's the lead hand, then just put that foot forward.
Okay.
Because you wanna have the closest hand to your
Copy
body.
that.
Because you
Yeah.
see how you're reaching?
Yeah.
Now I am gonna see this come before that shoulder.
Copy.
So the lead hand, yeah.
So right.
And it could be like palm, scratch palm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So on this one, we'll go here and then we'll go back and forth. We'll go
So,
like
so,
Yep. Yep, now do it again, don't hit my hand.
no,
Don't hit my hand.
Okay.
Just there, see there, see how fast your hand's up? There, that's what I want.
okay.
Oh, don't hit my hand. I'm gonna have a money pad.
The money, if I hit the money, I
Yeah.
gotta give you $20.
Yeah, but you see how fast? That's what I want. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay,
Yeah.
Now, try that and going on here, same thing, and you can punch on that one.
So you're, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just right there and then
Yeah.
straight for the eyes and the palm of skin.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yep. I said pulling it in, just scratch right in front. Keep this right in front of you as like a barrier. So if I gotta come around it, I'm not gonna come after I scratch, but if you pull this away, oh, I could kind of
Sure.
pull in. So I want you to stay within the center line of that person's face.
Okay.
This is your box.
Yeah.
You keep all, like your target.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to speak.
Yeah.
guns or don't laugh at my terminology.
No, you're good.
But your target is, it has a frame.
Yeah,
Keep your weapons or your hands right here.
Yeah.
Your real weapons would be down here, but keep these weapons in front of your frame of
copy.
your box. Before you go out and do this, you're not gonna be shooting out and doing the flips and doing all these things. You're gonna keep this in the same center, yes, and see how that goes in that center. So as this goes
So,
in,
right, so,
Yes.
I mean, we're just
Yeah, it's
right
fine.
here.
yeah, look at how easy, that's it. And it's not hard.
We're not doing hard, we're not putting force
No.
behind it.
No, I mean, it's
No.
really, it's kind of gestural.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's so easy and
Yeah.
simple. that
and then
people-
switch my lead for my
Yep,
lead.
and you can go back, 1, 2, 3, yep.
Yep.
And just go in,
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, yep.
Yep.
And stretch down,
okay, poke,
boom,
scratch.
there you go. Cause now your hands are relaxed.
Yeah,
As soon as I'm making a fist, oh, we're agreeing to mutual punishment.
copy.
Hey, I don't want no problems, hey,
Yeah.
we're.
Very diffusing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna diffuse it, we're gonna verbalize it before we have to go in there, but if he goes in, so now here's what I want you to do. I want you to, I'm gonna try to touch your shoulder. And you're gonna get 3 strikes. When I come in with that space, I've already been like blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Now it's crossing that line. You already are just distinguishing like, oh, are you
Hey,
ready?
right, so like, stop, dude, yeah,
Yeah, go away from me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So my goal is to touch one of your shoulders.
Copy.
Go.
Oh,
See?
okay.
You see how sudden?
yeah,
That's how a real fight is.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be choreographed. And so I was talking to you, but all of a sudden,
Yeah.
he was like, oh, wait, I'm not prepared.
yeah,
That's what a real fight is never gonna be choreographed.
copy that.
Yeah.
Good, see,
Yeah.
right there. Now you create that movement.
Yeah,
So if I'm doing it, yep, and then just do all 3.
Mhm.
Don't leave your hand lingering on.
Mm.
You go back, you can retract, you can move your
Yeah.
feet, you
Yeah.
can always remove your body
yeah,
to get to wherever you need to get to.
copy.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah,
Instead of just going, okay, let's go toe to toe, we're going, you know what I mean? Well, are you agreeing to a wrestling match, to an MMA match, to a boxing, to all these other
Yeah.
things? No, so on this, you're not agreeing to anything.
Mhm.
And so this is what I wanna do is random talks, because this is how fast an attack's gonna happen, but how fast you gotta be in there to get to where you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
The only way you're gonna get to where you feel comfortable is with space.
Copy that.
If I'm in here and I'm in here and I'm some elite high school wrestler, and then I get in here and I start tying up
Oh,
your
yeah, we're
hands.
done.
It's over, yeah.
Yeah, and now we're going down to the ground, we're doing this, and then it's like, did I do what I needed to do on them? You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And does that make sense?
Yes.
Makes a lot of sense, yeah.
So let's try that where you attack them.
Okay.
With one hand, and then what I want you to do is just go 30 seconds, and then what I'm gonna do is just, I'm gonna come in randomly, and I'm just gonna be like this other, hey, man, here, and then I just want you to keep moving.
Okay.
You good with that?
Okay, so I just come at him once in a
Yep,
while.
and you come at him, so here's the thing right here, Sam, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Sam, I want you to stand right in the middle, because this is the thing that's gonna be really nice. Close your eyes.
Okay.
When I say go, then I want you to react and adapt.
Okay.
You're gonna eye gouge the dummy, that's not this dummy,
Okay,
okay, not the one talking, but,
Understood.
all right, here we go, 3, 2, and go time. Oh, yep, so where's the 3? Hey, yep, straight that. Hey. I'm walking, I'm ready.
Excuse me?
Good, 15 seconds.
Okay.
And so as I'm here, hey.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Perfect. But you see on this, what happened is all of this, you had to have your awareness come after and keep moving. You were stationary in an easy target, payback time there, and you're in the.
Okay, all right.
So you see as you create movement and not down low, but I want you to think of this one as fast. I want you to think of like a woodpecker.
Sure.
Okay, think of,
Yes.
yeah, because this is the threat. This is something like, hey, my buddy's getting attacked and I'm so under the influence that I can't keep up with.
Copy
Does
that.
that make sense?
That
So
does.
he's like, I'm gonna fight you, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna hit the third one.
Yeah.
Type deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So simulating where there's more people.
Sure.
Okay, ready?
Eyes shut. Go. Hey man, how you doing? Hey. Good.
Stay back, get off me, get off me. Yo,
No. Hey man. You're good 10 seconds. Hey.
Oh, stay off me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. But you see, as you're moving and see all the things, what did I doing? Distracting, like, oh, what am I doing? Shoot for you. Well,
Yeah, yeah,
no.
yeah.
I want you to simulate, because this day and age, you get wrestlers, fighters, everybody's a whole different skill set. You don't want to participate, but what you guys both did is moved automatically.
Yeah.
Even when I was doing this, like anybody that comes up onto your hand.
Yeah, I'm like, get away from me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but never duck down,
Okay.
because here's the reason why. So the reason why I don't want you to duck down is because you duck down, look where my knee comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Or, and instead of ducking down, all you do is say you put your hand around me. Like, okay, so if he's there, only one at a time. No.
Yeah.
So the first thing I can do is I can hit him down here. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Boom. I'm 3 strikes on the same side.
Okay.
So what did I do? Hit him in the groin. I'm not hitting here. I talk to the hand. I talk back. My hand's still down low, but as this comes in, instead of me trying to go in here, if I start to move, hold on to me.
Yeah.
Oh, now, oh.
Yeah, that's right. Now you.
Yep. So as soon as anybody holds on to you, closest target is their groin. As much as I train people, there's no guy that I can, well, I've seen some guys take a nut shot. I'm like, no, you win. I gave her in the towel. But you're a flicker. So here's the thing, hold your hand out. I want you to feel what it's like. So that jab's good, right? Boom. But now that flicker,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
so that jab
Yeah.
is good. That flicker,
That stings, yeah.
and that's what the initial pain lingers. And as I'm relaxed, where am I going? I hit you in the groin. I hit you in the eyes. I'm palming your hand. I'm like, oh, hot plate, hot plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
1, 2. This is
Pop,
easier
pop,
and this
pop.
lingers. You see how the sting lingers in the punch?
Yeah, I feel that, yeah.
So when I would have guys in the MMA, I would slap them. I would flicker jab. And they're like, what? Boom. And then I would hit them because it was the sign of their distraction. I create a distraction, get the reaction, take action.
Okay, distraction reaction.
Yep. Is that your money? See how that worked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
So
to-
see,
Yeah, no,
and
it's great.
see,
Yeah,
that's where there's my chance to get away. So it's verbal and physical, but let's use the verbal because do I have the shooting experience to shoot this guy? Do I have the funds to go through the attorney, the fees, all the other stuff that's
Totally.
gonna go through there? Well, I can beat up anybody verbally. Cause
For
I'm
free.
like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and it's not gonna, oh, he cussed at me, officer. Well, you're gonna take me to court? How's that gonna hold up?
Yeah,
So think about the long term of the effects of all the other stuff that they have. So if you guys try flickering jab, see, and this shows you the day and the age of my instructor made this was back then.
Oh, yeah.
So this was the other one, and this was that he made, and then I got updated with the
Yeah, that-
yeah.
yeah.
But this is way back when he was a law enforcement agent that taught LA County sheriffs. He was the head instructor, and that was one of my coaches back in the day. And I just got to fight and go in there. I got to get out of jail card and go in there and do all this other stuff. But got exposed to Rocket, and it was Rock and Roll Enterprise, Mike Young. And
Okay.
this was like a huge ordeal. So how much it's been in there tells you how old I am
Copy that.
in the arts too. But what I want you guys to do is just feel what it's like to like flicker and then like
Yeah.
go low. So actually, yeah, just go low. So have this where you can flicker with your hand
Yeah.
hard enough, and then palm hard enough on here.
Okay.
So that way it feels like instead of going in here and then we'll do it on that guy. So you'll hold on this
Okay.
one. So he's close enough to you, and this is gonna pretend like that's towards your groin.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I want you to do on this one, say you're standing side to side. This guy's in a movie, he's in your space, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I already removed myself
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
So just make sure you guys are friends, you guys wanna be friends after this.
Yeah.
So hold it to the side, not in the middle
There we
of
go.
your nose. Yep, is that okay?
Yeah.
Perfect, so you go one low, yep, and then palm this one, and then don't hold this in front of your face, hold it out
Okay.
over here, so this way your hand does not hit your face.
Copy that.
So if you go one.
Or just one down here.
One low, 2 high, and then that's it, right
Okay.
in there, that's how fast it's gonna be.
Okay.
So we'll go
Bang,
like
bang,
10
bang.
times, yep.
Oh, sorry, I can
One,
do two
two,
down
yep.
low.
And start
Yeah.
the drumming, 2,
Okay,
go 10 times.
okay.
3, yep,
Yep.
4, good. 5, 6, 7.
Here's something behind.
Okay. All right, same thing. So now here, right in the middle, so you don't know what's gonna go there. Close your eyes.
Okay.
And whoever's coming closest enough to you, you're gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
And then whoever touches you, you go.
Okay, so.
There you go.
Oh.
That's okay, that's okay. Keep on
Okay.
going, yeah. Boom.
Okay.
Good. Now try to breathe and don't hold your breath during this because that's gonna wear you down.
Copy.
So when you're holding, I was like, oh, great. I would just time it where I was fast enough. I would just see your, especially when we had no shirts on,
Yeah.
I could see you breathing in. I was like, oh, I'm gonna time it to hit you in the gut. And I would drop more people in the gut shots because that was the best feeling that they could not go in there. To drop them hard. Hit
Okay.
the switch and you go back in on that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so that's,
So flickers, yep, and try to relax your fingers, like try to do, you know.
yeah,
those-
it's like a whip, you're whipping
Yep.
it, yeah.
You're
High school
whipping.
dead finger.
Yeah.
Exactly, yep. 1, 2, there you go, yep. Go 10, yep. 4, good. 5, yep. 6, good job on getting back, and remember, you're getting, going to your weapon, so as you get back, I want you to start practicing habits with train or habits with games. So practice going into whatever stance, whether you're in this
Oh.
side, and then I want you to practice getting to, hey, I already said stop, so now,
If we're close enough.
there, yep,
Yeah, that's
there,
it.
now you're right there, yeah.
Yeah.
And just remember, so when you're stepping back, because you're stepping back like this, too, I want you to feedback my heels up so I can feel whether there's a curve or whether there's a bottle, a rock.
Sure, so you're
So
not
step-
planting hard
No.
on your retreat.
I'm just, bam, bam, I'm stepping back.
Yeah.
I'm doing,
Like,
yep, so that heel's always up is gonna be your sensor. It's like the backwards of an octopus. It's like figuring out what's going here.
Copy that.
If I'm off on the cliff or a curve or I'm out on snow or this is a dirty or rocky terrain, now it's not as giving, but if your heel's down and you're going back, you're gonna fall back. You know?
Copy, and so Mark is like a really explosive guy, like all of the maneuvers are really quick, like from your training and stuff. Is it a good idea to move that quickly, or is it better to move more slowly? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
It's what different strokes for
Different
different folks.
folks. Copy.
Whatever works for you, because this is not like, you're not gonna get tested to go to this next level, so I need to see your form, I need to see your footwork, I need
Yeah.
to see all this. There's no right or wrong, because your whole purpose is to get away by any and all means necessary, is to get where the guy's now like, oh shit, he's serious, now he has this, and he just hurt me, but he did it without shooting me first.
Sure.
You know what I mean? If he comes
Copy.
back the second time, now it's like,
yeah,
well,
Fantastic.
now you've already, what did you do? You were always in this, I tell people in self-defense, you're always scared of your life.
Yeah.
That's gonna go through anything from law enforcement to going there, said like, yeah, this guy was here and I had to show him what's up. No, I was scared for my life.
Yeah.
Male, female, I retreated to try to get back. Well, that's 2, you got 2 strikes. I was afraid, I didn't know what I was doing. You're not getting some black belt, you're not agreeing to mutual punishment, you're getting away.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing, I was scared. The jury can all relate to that.
Fair. Yeah.
Not everybody, oh, well, you're trained in self-defense, you got these black belts and this, and now you did this, and now you abuse your skill set to hurt this one. Now it's like, no, that's why I'm like, I'm blessed because I don't have a black belt.
Copy.
As
Yeah.
opposed to, I just have attributes. I
Yeah.
do it as a fitness, as a hobby, as
Yeah.
staying in shape, getting movement, exercise, you know
Totally.
what I mean? And that's gonna carry through across any of the lines
Yeah.
of what you're going through, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So as soon as he goes back, you're there. Now he comes out, hey, boom, what, are you gonna shoot him or you're,
yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be up to your judgment.
Stay back, stay back, stay back, stay back.
See, now there's
Yeah.
verbal, look at how many signs, there was 3 things that he was doing, you're vocalizing, which is absolutely, because I want everybody, stay back, what did, he said, stay back, and he was trying to go back.
Stay back, get away from me, get away from me. Yeah.
Right in there, good job, okay, now we're gonna go on both sides, so. You're standing in the middle,
Okay.
is this good?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
this is great, this is great, okay.
All right, so
Okay.
I shut, as soon as somebody touches you, then I want you to open.
Okay. Oh.
Just a little.
Stay back.
Next, we'll use that same hand first,
Okay.
instead of that retract, because this
Okay,
is
good.
normal, because now you're agreeing to, you're participating. Well, you got a good wrestler, I want you to always hit with your lead hand.
Yeah.
If you're going back in here, well, you have to retract to have this, and if you don't know how to hit right or properly, You can be off balance and that's gonna offset so many different things. But if you're going here, it's as easy to get back to your, okay, your game here. Does that make
That
sense?
makes a lot of sense, yeah.
All right, here we go. Watch out for that. Good job, yep. Yep. Yep, so let's go back in the middle.
All right.
So whenever you go in here, you're doing a good thing by pushing yourself against the wall, but I just don't want you to have this
Yeah.
because the wall's not gonna attack you.
Yeah,
But also be careful if there's a corner.
sure.
Flat walls in the center, you have more options of wall unless you're in a concave, that is where it's gonna come out. So as you're going up along the wall, you know that once you're in the middle, you gotta get to that wall,
Interesting.
because the wall's not gonna attack you.
Yeah, because, yeah, no one's gonna go behind.
Exactly.
Copy that, okay.
Does that make sense? So little
Okay.
bits and pieces, here we go. 30 seconds, starting now.
You know,
Yep. Yep, so use that same hand.
relax.
Yep, close the hand, boom. Close hand first, boom. Yep. Yep. Watch your back, right there, yep. Good, good. 3, 2. 1. Perfect. Now, let's say, just to give you a little tools, is this good? Any questions on anything?
No, I like the hand flip thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's, yeah,
So,
I never thought of that before.
No, I like that a lot. It's literally get away.
yeah.
Yeah,
And anybody that stands there after the flicker, it's easy, your hands relax. The whole point, as soon as I do this, what does this mean?
Yeah,
time to go.
It's
Yeah,
ready. As soon as I
Yeah.
do this. And if I can hand flick you here, it's the same way.
yeah,
I can hand flick you there and this doesn't, what, boom, okay, now I said
Yeah.
get back, now I mean, do whatever it may be.
yeah,
So say the guy's space, and you're in a hallway, you're in a confined like. Zone, you're walking through, like, and I did this with my wife, and I was like, oh, nope, you stay behind me because I don't know who's around the corner, because. I'm in this tight, narrow alleyway out
Yeah.
in Chinatown, like, ooh, in Sacramento or. Seattle, no, in Canada, yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
ooh, I don't know where we're at, but like. My awareness goes up, as soon as I'm out of my house, my awareness goes up because I'm trained to. Not paranoid, but prepared, but
Yeah.
also I know the extent of how things can change. I've lived it and survived it, and now Ben's starting to
Mhm.
come up in that way.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
more shootings and more things and more drugs, and that's why I went on a ride along with a buddy, and I was like, holy moly, I was, are you kidding me? Like all these DUIs. So if you're in a confined space, hall, restaurant, there's my exit. I gotta get through that person. So what I gotta get through to you, and this person's in here. So if I'm in there, multiple attackers, I'm always gonna attack one.
Okay.
I'm gonna use one as a shield. So say you approach me hard, or boom, 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 okay, he's the closest one, boom, boom, okay, hey, I'm using him, hey, boom, boom, okay, there's my exit. So now I'm using him as a shield to get away,
Copy that.
as opposed to going in there. So we're gonna use that, we're gonna be using one person as a shield, and your goal is to just get out of that exit. We're gonna pretend like that. Well, that is the exit of
Okay.
this one.
Yeah.
Right, so you're in the middle,
Okay.
and so so you're standing right in here, and the next thing you know.
Yeah, so
It's gonna come in, yep,
Hey,
you're gonna- Yep, hey, no, yep, keep on going. So remember, these short little motions. So when your hands are here, I don't want you resting. Can I use you?
Yes.
I don't want you resting here. I want you to think of like, oh, give me a face massage on this any part or his throat. Where am I going? Because if I'm resting here, if I push you, you can come back, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I stop pushing, I'm
That's harder,
open.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, so I want you to, if you do this, I want you to simulate that's on my
Okay.
throat. You know what I mean? As
Yeah,
opposed to,
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
That gentle throat touch
Yeah.
lingers way longer
Oh,
than.
dude, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
because no matter how big, we don't know if this guy's on crack, if this guy's
Totally.
did rob this, he's a third strike, he's just out of prison, he's going back, who knows what he's going in there. But whenever you touch him, I want you to simulate this, so it's automatically on the throat. When I go in here, it's gonna be soft, boom, or,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go train on the eyes, but you can train your fingers to touch on that chest, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Because I want you guys to think, what's gonna stop him in his tracks? If I can't breathe, I can't see, I can't fight.
yeah,
I'm coming at you, no, I can't, because
Yeah.
it's stopping me. But if I can see you and I'm like, oh, let's go, bam, okay, oh, well, I can take that,
Yeah.
boom, I can take, yeah, oh. Well, my chances, is he sprung out on drugs, is this in there, and this 130-pound guy took 7 officers to get this 130-pound guy, because he was strung out on whatever drugs, and he was like, I said, man, I was like, and somebody controls the head, somebody controls the limb. Everybody has their parts in it, so it's the same thing that goes on here.
Copy that.
But, okay, so ready, we're gonna use them as a shield, and
Okay.
we're gonna get back into
Okay.
other things, yep.
I see.
If I'm here, yeah, hey, Brandon. Hey. Yep,
There
good.
you go.
See,
Yeah.
and exactly, let that hand, so if I'm grabbing a hold of you,
Mhm, yeah.
give that hand back to me. There
That's
you
right, that's
go.
right, yeah,
Don't try
yeah.
to retract because if I'm grabbing, so if I grab a hold of you,
Yeah.
it becomes automatically broken. Oh, I'm gonna hold on for how long?
Yeah.
After one or two, but if you're pulling back,
Yeah,
oh, look at my digits came in to hold on.
yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah,
So instead of trying to go in, even if you let them have that hand, but just know where that hand's at and know that this one's here. Or, so if you grab me as tight as you want, oh, hey, I'm going here, okay, bam, okay, now I'm gonna break the circle and then come back.
yeah,
So I'm turning back and exactly how you did your gun, how you have the shield. I don't know what.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, so it's the same thing. So if I'm grabbing you,
Mhm.
hold that elbow, yep, going here now, retract it in. Oh, bam, look at where I have to come in. Now, if I come in, whoa, look at that point of that elbow.
yeah, there's something sharp
Comes
in
in,
the yeah,
straight in.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So it's relatable for you to get to your gun.
yeah,
So remember you did that last time, so I want you to, I'm trying to
Yeah.
incorporate
Yeah.
stuff that you're already gonna do.
yeah,
So it's not like, oh, I gotta learn this and that. No, it's stuff that's already in
Yeah.
there. So emphasize those things.
okay,
Does that make sense?
yeah,
All right, so you're in the middle.
okay.
And there's the exit and you gotta be able to, oh, watch out for that. So remember that three. Yep, so use this hand. Bam, bam, back. There you
Sorry.
go. That's what I want, even
Okay.
right there, but I want this thing to go like a piston. Like
Okay.
keep on, yes, there. Because if you can,
drive with it.
yeah, I want you to be like a
1, 2, 3.
woodpecker. Bam, 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 because now I know that you're thinking like, oh, instead of that one,
Yeah,
is that one's gonna stay in, but then you're like, oh, that didn't work.
yeah,
Because you got off to the side, you didn't get it in there.
yeah.
Well, one of those
Pop,
three
pop,
is
pop,
gonna,
pop, pop, pop.
exactly, one of those three
Yeah.
is gonna work.
We just
Trying to get-
Yeah.
just shooting with my thumb,
Shoot
yeah.
my hand, shoot my fingers, shoot my
So I'm
thumb.
trying to get to there.
Yep, so if I'm here, bam, bam, hey, if I'm grabbing you, grab, so see how we're participating?
Yeah,
So here, anybody grabs your head,
yeah,
two hands, so right in here.
Yep.
Come over my hand, over my head.
okay,
So grab me on the head.
yep,
So if he's grabbing me and I can't go here, because you're pushing here, I'm up to the eyes. I want you
Gotcha.
to go in there because it's something that's instant, because if I go here, toe to toe, hold on really tight.
yeah,
Don't let go, like clench really tight.
Yep.
Don't let go. So if I go here, he's gonna let go. I'm going for his eyebrows for training. If I go here, oh, how am I? Oh, well,
Yeah.
now what am I gonna be taking?
Yeah,
But
knees.
then knees and all that. But if
Yeah.
I go above his hot eyes,
I'm gonna go back or do whatever.
you're gonna go
Yeah.
back. So I want you to think of any time that I clench,
Eyes throat.
eyes throat, when in doubt, I gouge him out. Don't
Copy.
shot. No person, especially think of teaching it to your wife, teaching it to your kids.
Yeah,
Can they go toe to toe?
No.
not really, no.
But can your wife go to the eyes? Can your kids go to the eyes? Is it universal from 5-year-old to a 95-year-old? I
Yeah.
haven't known anybody that can take an eye shot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Copy that.
So if I grab you and I grab, yes, go right around the eyebrows. Because if you go above the eyebrows, I know you can get in the eyes.
Yeah.
And you know where, I don't have to.
Follow
Yeah.
that down.
Exactly. And you're not just going in and you're gonna make mac and cheese. You're digging so far deep in there.
Yeah. it's like
There's
Clementine,
something.
Yeah,
Yep.
No, I-
It is.
yeah,
It's the most excruciating pain because I had it happen and it was in a fire. I was like, oh crap, what did I do? I stopped.
Yeah.
I've got all this toe to toe. Mike Tyson and Holyfield, remember?
yeah, yeah.
Go toe to toe, short excruciating pain. Nobody can, not nobody, but
Very few.
very few can respond. But once that happens, what does it trigger? Evander Holyfield jumped around like a little girl when Tyson bit his ear.
Yeah,
Would I say that to him in his face? No,
Yeah.
but like,
yeah,
dude, short excruciating pain is what people are gonna understand and relate instantly, not,
Yeah.
oh, okay, not like, oh, I'm gonna touch a hot plate, oh, it's hot, man, I don't need to be on there, you know what I mean?
totally.
It's automatic, and that's what the response I want you to think of, is what's an automatic response as opposed to a martial arts response. Oh, I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna elbow, I'm gonna do all these things, I'm gonna knee, I'm gonna do all that, I want
Yeah.
automatic responses.
Yeah.
Because automatic responses are gonna be easier for you to get to where you need to go, to where you feel safe enough.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Okay, does that make sense? So any clench, I clench hard, yep, there, look at that,
Yeah.
and see, you can dig in.
Yeah.
When you guys are training, I want you to not dig in with your nails, but dig in so you can really dig and push.
You can ride those facial lines down. right?
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. As soon as I know where that's at, I know where, hey, man, I don't want no problems, I'm talking to them like, hey, yeah, so look what he's doing, bam, right there.
yeah,
But look how easy this is. Somebody comes up here and I can redirect him back this way.
Sure.
Boom, and then I come back. Do I come back? Like all of those little things, like these simple little things, but nobody should ever put your hands on you without your permission.
Of course, yeah.
And if they go in there, you're like, I don't know, somebody comes off and they're like, hey, man, you're out at the bar. I saw you bought him a drink, buy me a drink or whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As soon as this happens, you remove yourself. How do you do that?
How do you?
Yep.
Well, I would try to step away.
Yep, but instead of pushing, now you just antagonize.
Sure.
Because what did you do? So just step back. Oh, no, so this step back into.
Oh,
Yep, so put your hand on my shoulder. Oh, so I can step back. Hey, what's going on?
Okay.
See how?
Let's rotate away from the shoulder,
Yeah,
right?
take the shoulder. Oh, whoa, hey, now
Yeah.
the hand that comes up.
Copy that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm out and about, create easy responses. As soon as I put my hands on him, especially being a guy.
Yeah.
Male, we're gonna be like, oh, why'd you push me? Oh, you pushed me too hard.
And then you're leading match
Exactly,
too.
yeah. When you have kicks, now you're like, hey. And then as soon as this step back, this hand automatically comes up to your face because this lead foot and lead hand is up. So I'm here. He comes
Yeah.
close, I got it.
Yeah. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's very cool.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so we really are staying away from the hard motion, the hard
Oh.
push, the hard punch,
yeah.
yeah.
Because
The frame that
you
is
push and
away.
say you slipped. You know what I mean? Like, or you didn't push hard enough, or this guy was like, he was prepared, or he's like, pushed him, he was like, oh, he's solid. You're like, oh, man, no. I mean, now you're committing to here, but I always want this hand's offense one, defense one. Offense two, defense two.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Offense one, defense one. All of these are all movements. So if I move, I want to create less of a target by not being squared up.
Yeah.
If I'm squared up with you, hey, I'm sorry, man, no.
Yeah, so you always want to be bladed to some
Yep.
degree.
Absolutely, yeah. And whether, if you're right-handed, then favor your right-handed get to your pistol. And
Yeah.
if you're left-handed,
And this is fine for shooting too, so.
so whatever side's in there, you just don't do the toss gun shot. No,
Yeah.
no, no. Boom, boom. But as whatever's comfortable, there's no right and wrong. That's the number one thing. So many people say, oh, you gotta do it this way. No, you're not gonna do it that way because when an attack happens, you're not gonna. It's gonna be sudden, it's gonna be no preparation, you're not gonna be, oh, I'm prepared, you're not gonna be like, oh, hold on, this bad guy, they're gonna get me into my workout clothes or get into all this.
Yeah.
Other stuff, it's gonna be this fast.
Yeah.
And it's gonna feel like an eternity when only 2 seconds feel like 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Because of that emotional roller coaster dump that most instructors have never gotten into. So what you do from there you go, yep. And then that hand, what you did is here is coming up, but just come up to deflect it.
Yeah.
Casey goes in, so say if I grab you.
Yeah.
Now just bring your hand up to protect your face, step back with that, there. Let me hold on to your clothes. If I grab your shirt, is this hurting you anymore? I'm really grabbing it. Oh,
Yeah.
now look what happens.
Yeah.
I grab it and keep this hand.
Yeah, between here, so, yeah.
Exactly, so if that comes in, and I go in and I come in, boom, now you just go one, now you come up, boom, now you come down, scratch. You
Sure.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's
Yeah.
all three on the same side. I
One,
want you to
two,
be
three. One,
creative
two,
on
three.
what
Yeah.
three that you
Yeah.
can do, as opposed to me telling you, these are just.
Just go,
tons of
just go,
simple
do whatever.
options.
It's basically stay loose.
Yeah, because as soon as I throws in
Yeah.
here, we're tense. Can you grab your gun with a closed fist?
No.
So you think of how am I gonna grab my gun?
Yeah.
I gotta open my fingers, I gotta use all my digits, right?
Yeah.
What happens if you have a sprained finger from basketball? Shit, well, how am I gonna be able to grab it on that side, or am I gonna be able to do these other sides? Put life situations into life, real self-defense, not just like, always gonna be equipped, well, how can I go in here? How can I get down here? What can I use? Can I have on? I have a belt, I have this, I have pocket change, I can use any of those
Yeah.
things as a
Yeah.
distraction. Let's do that a couple more times. Sorry, I'm going.
No, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so if we here, just grab you, so if I grab you here, you
yeah,
just
so
step
I'm
back.
just gonna go in.
Yep, and see how I walk into that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I walk into
And
it.
honestly, I touched you gently and you're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take, now imagine if that was on there, and that's
Yeah, now
exactly,
we're driving, yeah.
if I come in like, hey, really aggressive, well, now look at how that, you got me in the lip, you got me in the eye, it was nothing right or wrong, it was in there where that target's gonna be this
Yeah.
area.
Copy that.
Okay, so here we go.
So same kind of thing?
Yeah, same thing.
Yes.
Grab a step
So,
back.
Okay.
Yeah, and you see the harder you go, so even if you're standing there now, I go
Yeah.
backwards. Yeah,
Yeah,
there, that's it.
yeah.
See, but don't reach out to, See how you're, that's,
Gotcha, yeah.
just reach,
Yeah,
like,
let me come to you.
yeah, let him come to you. You move yourself back more than
Gotcha.
staying in the pocket.
Cause I'm not trying to make contact here, I'm making space.
Yes, because if you're in close enough, well, I might be able to do a duck under, boom, and then I'm going down, and now it's like, oh, well, thank you, because, oh, shit, he pushed me, I've had that, I had to do a side by.
Yeah.
And all that, yes, but if you move back,
Yeah,
there's your space, there's where to get to your gun.
yeah.
That's what I want you guys thinking, because if you're not green, I'm training high school athletes, totally different ballgame.
Yeah,
I want you to be the first to touch him. Because it takes over the fear, it takes over the anxiety. I don't care if you touch him right there.
yeah,
But if you're down, you touch him, you touch his leg, yep, I want you to touch him because that just initiates the doubt, the demon, all the stuff that's happening, but I put my hands on you first. And I don't want you backing up. I want you going forward, but
Yeah.
that's a whole different
Yeah,
thing.
the different game, yeah.
Yeah.
This one, I want you going here to get to your tool. that you
Yeah.
Carry all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't carry all the time. Well, now it's like, oh, we're going out, we're swimming. Well, now I gotta get to my tools, if it's there, or am I gonna keep it on the beach, or am I gonna keep it covered, or how am I gonna
Yeah.
hide it in my bag, or whatever it may be, but I gotta get to my bag. How do I get to that, my other tools?
Yeah.
But having these attributes.
But even if we don't have it, if I don't have my gun on me, I can just create a little bit of space this far away, now I can run, I can hide, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
That is the easiest thing ever. You creating, like you said, I can always remove myself. I don't care if it's 5 guys, because I've done it, I got jumped, and I was like, okay, if I show up, well, I'm gonna get stomped on, I'm gonna get pulverized. They're just looking for the opening. When I see a guy and he drops, and I'm like, oh, I just become like the predator or the prey. I just sense a little bit of bleeding, so I'm gonna dig in.
Yeah.
Boom, and you see guys play balls, and all of a sudden, they come back. Guy got overly confident, overly aggressive, but all of a sudden, like you said, if you can get away, using the environment at the beach, I want you using
Yeah.
everything, sand,
Yeah.
dirt,
Yeah.
rocks, sticks, twigs, everything. So let's go another one, say a guy's like in your face, right? And you're like, man, you're like, hey, number one thing, as soon as he's in the face, I'm always going this hand up.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I want to have hands. I want to talk with my hands.
Sure.
Because as this goes here, you see how your eyes register.
Yeah.
Not this, but I'm like, hey, so if he's in here and he's like, and he's here, and you stay there, and now you're like, okay, I can't go in here. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to palm the chin, scratch the eyes, and then palm the chin again. Boom. So look at that. The first one is the chin, the eyes, and all I want you to do is just stay like a cat. Like you're a cat meow. There you go. So you go palm the chin, scratch.
Okay.
Yep. So if I'm going, I reach out, palm, yep, nothing changes. So if I reach out, I got a shirt. Do that again 3 times until he lets go.
Yeah.
You repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So I got you, I got you, pulling in, good.
Yeah.
Perfect. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
So if things there, now, here's another one. I want you to palm up. And then I want you to elbow down, hammer fist is nose.
Okay.
So you're gonna palm up, elbow his sternum, which is right there, and then hammer fist my nose, boom.
Okay.
So imagine, yeah, so I'll do this, like, this is better, my standing. Cause I'm like, you should see all the bruises and, oh, man, when I get up in the morning, I'm like, I feel like I'm 80 years old. So I'm like, man, it's.
you gotta take a lot of hits.
Dude, that was part of my life. So my training, what I would do with everybody when I would train them, especially before a fight, I had these, but I used myself. I put my mouthpiece in. I want to prime you what you're about to do out there and do. 10 of my guys knocked out guys in 7 seconds. I use my face as a training tool, my neck, my body. I was like, nope, as soon as he goes out there, we're not touching gloves. We'll touch gloves, have a beer afterwards, but right now it is battle time.
Yeah.
So as this goes in, what I want you to do is simulate that this is gonna be my chest. And so coming down,
Bang.
bang, bang, and hammer fist. Yep, right in there. That's how quick that's gonna be. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's like a cockeyed.
He's got this, so we have.
Come down right on there. That way you feel what it's like. There you go. And you don't feel what it's like to throw it. It's just like false confidence. But don't come in like a spear. Just come straight down. So say if you hold this and then hold this one. So on, hey, good job. As soon as I go here, boom.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
as soon as I come down, I don't want to come like, I want to palm. I don't want to come straight down because look at how much power I'm coming in.
Yeah.
I just want simple boom. 1, 2, 3.
That makes sense.
Yep, because this goes in, So you're pretty strong, walk past me. It hurts. See on that sternum, so this is the general target, there's not like, doesn't matter if you've got more muscle up on there, but I want short little things. And you try that, so palm, elbow, boom, right in there.
So.
And I could hear.
Palm, elbow.
There, yep, right in there.
Well, yeah, they're just super tight, okay.
But now do it with the lead leg first.
Sorry, yeah, that's,
Yep.
yeah,
So-
so Adam's side,
Yep.
yeah,
One, but you see how you're reaching?
Yes.
And how you're leaning over?
yeah, my body's completely cocked, yeah, okay, so.
Palm,
Elbow, test.
there you go, one, two, three.
Yeah, now I don't have to move. Whoa.
Yeah, good job,
Yeah,
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, but this is how, whoa, you're gonna be caught off guard. Yep.
Yep.
And that's what they're caught off guard, sorry. Now switch it around. Boom. Yep, so instead of going here, just imagine, yeah, that's it. Just like you're pulling a cord on a bus stop. Good, and remember, you can move away, that's it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Good job. One. Perfect. Now here, no, so say, imagine, I'm gonna use you over here, so say this guy's here, I don't want no problem, so what I want you to do is I want you to flap his ear and break his eyes. And going in, elbow, boom, and back.
Okay.
So now I'm just, yeah, same thing, now I'm just doing it horizontal. So if I scratch it over, there you go. Good, and then as that goes in, just recoil this elbow. Yeah, so it gets that, yeah, that's it. There you go, whether you do it with the forearm and all that, but aim, the last strike, aim on his nose.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Yes,
I-
hey, that's
Yeah.
exactly it, you might, Ian, a buddy of mine. Good job, keep on going, go right side, left side, then we'll switch it around. That's it. Good.
That's all.
Good. Good job on that lead stance, lead.
Yeah.
Good, but 3 on the same side is gonna catch him off guard so much, and not all of them's gonna hit, but 10 more seconds.
Yeah.
Try to open your other hand, keep it up.
Yeah.
1, good. Then after that hand, remember, I want you to retract and go back.
Yeah.
And as soon as you make that fist, I want you to open your hands,
Okay,
because people are gonna see the last resort of, oh, he just hit him on that guy's hand and he still had his fist clenched and he was ready. No way, this is
Yeah.
across the industry.
Yeah, this is peace, yeah.
Yeah.
Peace. I'm scared, I've already had enough.
Yeah.
Switch it around.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
So.
I'm testing you. No,
Yeah.
no, so you're like, what?
Yeah, I was like, okay, so I'm just popping them like that
Yep, just, yep, and then recoil your hand.
Elbow.
and then fire back.
Yep, soon as this goes in, so if you're going left hand, so
Yep.
go to me, so I'm going here, whether here or the eyes. If it's going here, I recoil, then come back.
Okay,
So as soon as I go here, I just bring this elbow back.
okay, so there's.
So it's like I'm.
Oh,
leaning
okay,
into
okay,
your-
okay.
That way, the harder he comes in, he walks into it.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, oh, no, if the guy's out here, I wanna be able to go in there free. I gotta think there's 3, 4 other guys with, sure, not just one, so think of one-on-one.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
gonna happen. The boom, and
Yep.
then bam like that.
Yep, but just coil back, imagine like you're a cobra.
Just pop it like
That's
that.
it.
Okay.
Yep, and aim for the nose on the last one.
Okay,
Make a fist on the last one, boom, then
Yeah.
open that hand.
okay.
Yep.
So, pop, boom, pop.
Yep.
Okay.
And then hammer fist, like,
Hammer
yep, yep,
Okay.
so that way you can go back, like really aim for his nose, cause now you're hitting precision and accuracy instead of just. Yep, there you go,
And then open
and
that.
then open hand, and then that hand stays at his face level.
Copy.
There you go.
Okay. Pop, pop. No, you're good. Pop, boom, pop. Yeah.
Yep.
Switch side. So. Yeah.
Open free shoulder workouts. here.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yes, that's it.
Copy.
And then see how you're going back, and then as you go back, try not to go up, try to just allow your hands.
Stay right there.
Stand. If you're going up on here, you're gonna be off balance.
Copy.
I want your base to stay 1 to 2 inches. You got more options this low, then you do one side and over here.
Copy. So, yeah.
Yeah,
There you
that was a
go.
lot more like what I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
Yep.
good.
Yeah, it's really.
It's tight and you're staying within that
And we're
box.
not really adding a lot of power.
You don't have to add
Yeah.
power, because I mean, obviously a 90-year-old can't do this, they might break something, but they can hit the first one or two, and so if it's a 90-year-old, here's what I'll do, is like, okay, hey, I want to bomb, let's boom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna pump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no right or wrong, it's just based on what you can do.
Yeah.
On that, so now try that one, wave, scratch his eyes and palm his nose.
That would ruin your day.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's how simple, think of it, how, and so what I want you guys to do is teach this to your kids, teach this to your wife. One thing out of here, I want you to take one thing today
Yeah.
and validate it by putting your seal and teaching it to your.
Yeah, the scratch the eyes, palm the chin thing, that's like, see you later, like, that's
Yeah.
all day.
And you don't have to be, oh, I gotta be in shape, and this is what I'm doing, I'm building an online course, and this is what it's gonna be, how do I cut all the bullshit?
Yeah.
In French,
No, you're
from
good.
how to fight, need some water, you good?
I'm good.
How to get away from these little things.
Yeah.
The way, it's just scratch and pump, there, because don't extend that arm, so when you scratch, there you go, and then recoil. 'Cause I don't want this to hyper, there, I want that to be like springs, right? Like, think of your arm like there would be springs. So you scratch, boom, yep.
Yeah. And I already have a space.
Yep, and that's it, and I mean, I don't know, you wanna try really scratching and see if you can take it? No. But you see, that's how simple,
But we're not even going for, we're like, just recoil, it's like.
because where are you getting to? See,
Yeah.
that's the thing, I'm thinking of exactly where you guys are going, not like, okay, well, why don't you scratch them, now you gotta get them in an arm lock, now you
Yeah.
gotta put handcuffs on, no, you're not agreeing to citizens arrest, you're not agreeing to law enforcement's rules and regulations, you're agreeing to what's gonna work to get to your weapon so you can, hey,
Or just get away.
Yeah,
just get away, yep.
which I'm equally okay with.
Yeah.
Because if you can do this and you can get away, well, now you pull out your gun and you could have gotten away, why didn't you?
Yeah.
Because now everything's gonna be used against you until you're guilty or until you're proven innocent. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So another one, like a guy is on here and he's like, hey, I don't want no problems. And say, can I use you on this
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
So say the hands are up like, dude, and he's like posturing up and I'm like, oh, I don't want no problems. So as soon as I go in here, my hands are here, not here. Cause I don't wanna be out here, look how I'm more, hey, I'm so sorry, man, look how close my hands are. I'm gonna clap and hit his temple and his chin.
Okay.
As soon as I clap, hit, I come back, and that's it.
Elbow.
Yep, so it's just clap high, clap low, elbow, boom, come back.
Okay.
So clap high, so temple and chin, elbow, there you go, that's it.
Yeah.
Boom, good, go 5 on one side, 5 on the other. 3, good. 4, good. 5, on the other side,
Save that.
that's it. Yep, 2, and just recoil that elbow in, there you go, 3.
Yeah.
There, that's the coil of that elbow,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you're getting your tool, there.
Yeah.
I'm already back here.
Yep.
Yeah.
You come into attack to get away.
Yeah.
He's already in there, we'll switch it around, ooh, one more. Good job, and you did it on both sides.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So, yeah, so it's this.
Yep, and then
And
the
then-
lead elbow, yep,
and
and
then
then that hand comes
pop
back,
like that.
and then, yep. and then-
Okay.
So I'm gonna close this. I'm coming at you.
Yep.
Okay.
Remember, to step back,
Step back.
that way you can go back.
Okay.
After you attack, step back,
Okay.
there you go, now you're
Okay.
out of that pocket. Yep,
Yeah.
and then just try to, as soon as this comes in, just imagine like, just bring your fist into your chest, they're automatically gonna walk into
So
that.
that, and then I just recoil like
Yep,
that.
and then you
Okay.
just, instead of leaving it out, coil, think of it like a
Straight back.
cobra.
Okay. Boom. boom.
There you
And
go.
then I create space. Okay.
Yep, Cobra Kai will make me proud. There you go, dude.
Yeah, so I don't have to do very much for this.
Because they're already walking, if he's in your face, you're already right, whoa, I wanna have something back. And I have all this opened up, but as soon as I'm attacking your face, I'm not gonna go down here, it takes a lot of skill and know how, can I hit you in this arm and drop you in here? No, but it doesn't take very much skill to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
This is just clapping on 2, yep, there you go, see how that chin automatically falls into place?
Yeah, I was reaching for that. and I
Yep,
don't need
no,
to.
we don't need to, he's coming in.
Yep.
Now go to the other side.
Cool. So leaving. So pop.
Yep,
There, pop,
there you
and
go.
just create space.
Try to keep this head and Yes, there you go. And you're backing up,
Okay.
3 more.
Yep.
Whether you hit him with the elbow or you don't, you still have that coil back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
It's Tom, it's
Yeah,
Tom.
I was like, whoa,
Tom.
Tom, fuck that.
Yeah.
No, dude, no. Yeah.
Last one.
Okay.
Good job. And you see as that coils back, you're already.
Yeah.
in This hand. And that is the same thing as a jab, that is all these other attributes that you guys will
And if
build up.
dude comes back, you're already,
Oh,
open,
yeah.
you can do all the same.
So now, here's what I want you to do is now we're gonna chain the moves, so it's like a combo.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna use you.
Okay.
So you're gonna do that elbow one since that's the first, we're gonna go to 4 and then I want you to go to 3 and I want you to switch your stance.
Okay.
So we'll go slow, so the first 4, boom, that
So-
elbow, yep, boom, now switch your stance, step back, now go to 3. Nope, go to 3.
Oh, what,
Different-
okay.
Or I want you to do a different set of 3. So you start chaining these together, like I'm throwing a push kick, a jab cross roundhouse. I want you to start chaining this, but I want you to do it in a fact that you cannot, you have to switch your stance and you have to do it automatically.
Sure.
Because you're like, oh crap, there's that curve or there's that, I gotta get back, or my
Yeah.
son or my daughter or my wife's behind me, I stay behind me.
Yeah.
All the way through, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So as you're gonna chain 4, and then I want 3 different strikes. And whatever 3, so,
Yeah.
and you go slow, boom, there's 4, now switch. There you go.
Okay.
So there's no right or wrong, now stay in that stance, now
Okay.
chain your 4th, stay right there, 4, and then chain
Yeah.
3 to the other side. Now, 3 times. Good, see how he's thinking on the tap, so now I'm not telling you what to do, you're doing it,
Yeah.
because that's exactly what I want you to do.
Okay.
So you got 1 minute to survive multiple taps, 4, 3, 4, 3.
Okay.
You ready? I'm gonna put him on the timer.
Sure.
Eyes shut until he's ready, because this one, the movements is what's gonna offset that. Keeping those eyes shut, timer hasn't started yet. And we're gonna create like other barriers and sound effects and other stuff that's coming. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Oh.
That's what.
Get away, stay the hell away from me. Get away.
Keep going,
Get away,
45 seconds, yep. Oops, sorry, I heard that. Keep going. There's.
I'll do
Just go stay in the middle, try to stay in the middle,
Okay.
because I want you to feel, yes, I want you to use your senses, turn back around. I want you to feel what's around, hey, man, here's the buddy, 25 seconds.
Stay back.
This guy's over here.
Okay.
Whoa, 15 seconds, good job.
Stay back.
Yep.
I'm gonna flip you.
So that was
Yeah.
good, but see, look at how much time it takes.
Yeah.
So when I have you in this one, I want you biting my ribs.
Okay.
Oh, bite and close my shoulder with this free hand, come up on my shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Now just pull me back. Oh, get away.
Okay.
Go there's your exit.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, my hand's this way.
Yeah, well, as opposed to trying to go in there, because if you flicker me and you get that headlock, like you got that headlock, well, I flicker, I come underneath, well, I can't get you in there. I turn, I bite. Instant pain.
Yeah.
Now I can grab, or I come up and I pick them up.
Yeah.
Dump them on his head, but you're not doing the wrestling.
Yeah.
So as soon as this goes up, I bite, boom, and I just open up.
Yeah.
Boom, as he goes down, I want it to be an ass, I would lock in the shoulder, and pop him down and break his shoulder as I'm going down on him.
Copy that, yeah.
That's when guys would get him in the headlock, I'm like, no, well, whenever a headlock, we go for the, oh, I gotta fight. Huh, bite his ribs.
Yeah.
It's not taught in martial arts. It's not.
Yeah.
Because look at how I can get you on the right side.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I do? I initiated pain for me to understand, and this is the most tender spot, one of the tender spots on your body,
Yeah.
as I bite, because it's unconventional.
And I-
So I pull you back and I
just let
leave.
go. Yeah, you let go. There's your opening. Because I went from strong,
Mhm.
look how close boom, bam, oh, there's your opening.
Yeah.
Pain, I responded, you offsetted my balance, you got out of a bad position. Because the longer you're in it, the odds aren't in your favor.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just look at I'm gonna hit him in the nuts. Well, I was positioned here where it was harder for you to hit me in the nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if I go in there where it's something that comes automatic, and that wasn't taught, but I want you to do stuff that's like, oh, there's always a way out no matter what.
Yeah.
How am I moving my body, initiating pain, giving him pain so he can comply. So he respects it, acknowledges it, and then I use it to get away.
Yeah, so first reaction is initiate pain.
Pain or distract. First reaction is distraction.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
is that your catch?
Yep, is that your cash?
Okay.
Distraction, verbal, bam, then, hey, whatever, hey, John, I'm over here, whatever it may be. Verbal, first and foremost,
Mhm.
especially if you're caring.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Think of that like, oh, I'm not gonna initiate pain because you have tendency to go here to attack to get back. But if I can do it with the verbal and then just get back like, oh man, hey, watch out for that shit or whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
okay,
Now it's on there. So
distract,
then pain.
pain. Okay.
Then that right there is gonna create
Space.
a world of openings based on how much tolerance I can receive at my level of pain.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you see what I was doing is creating distractions. I wanted you to feel this. I
Yeah.
wanted you to pay attention because it was here, even though it was here, but you kept moving. You didn't stay stationary.
Yeah.
And that was number one.
yeah,
Yeah,
Alright.
because when you did that for me, my first reaction was to try to wrestle.
Yeah.
And
And that's
but
exactly what
that's
I
wrong.
want. I want you to wrestle.
Okay,
Because now
okay.
you're going into I'm a
Yeah, that's
degree jujitsu guy. I want to take it to
Yeah.
the ground.
yeah,
I want you to go in there because that's automatic.
Okay.
But if we never train it in an automatic, like fight, freeze, flight material, you're not going to remember it when it actually happens. Just like when you're training, you're shooting your guns. It's not like, oh, I took it, I'm good. I
Yeah.
got bullseyes all last week. What happened? Well, the wind shift, all this,
Yeah, yeah.
all these other factors. If you don't practice it, you're not going to remember it.
yeah,
But how do you practice it in a safe reality type man? I'm not coming in a big red suit.
Mhm.
I'm coming in with skills that I'm gonna be moving, you're gonna be having different tools. I'm coming in with an attack that's like gonna create this, and especially my forefront is thinking, if I was in a tussle with you, I'm gonna, hell no, you ain't getting to your gun.
yeah,
I'm gonna tie you up so
Yeah.
you can't, I'm gonna tie up one hand. And so your head, your mobile, people that's never been in a headlock, they've been a gazillion, I want to come here, I'm gonna shoot, I'm gonna swim. No, that looks pretty, can it work? There's only gonna be like 3 to 5 moves that are your moves.
yeah,
There's only be 3 to 5 moves that are your moves. There's only 3 to 5 moves that are my moves, but I just got a little bit of other tools along the way.
yeah.
And that's the whole thing, with the 3 to 5 moves are gonna be your arsenal of moves. Don't ever lose sight of them, don't ever forget them.
Yeah.
Hone those. Eyes is number one, and your those should be in your eyes and throat should be automatic,
Yeah.
like automatic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Other stuff is gonna come as you get more involved, like you know how to, you can shoot from standing, you can shoot from down, you can shoot from a knee, you can shoot from behind. Now we're just adding your tools to your arsenal. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
As opposed to like, okay, this is gonna work one way or it's the highway. Like I had an Aikido guy do this wrist. I was like, please don't do that again. He flipped me and I didn't roll the way that I did because I wasn't, but I boxed and I had all of this. I was like, please don't. And I asked him nicely the first time. And every person, you give them one warning. You ask them nicely once. If they have to do it the second time, you got to do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
So he did it the second time. When I did, I was like, dude, it was automatic. He was, ended up knocking him out cold, but it was like he'd never been hit on the chin.
Yeah,
He's been used to this time. Well, you got to snap. You got a guy that knows how to box. I mean, I can snap my punches. I got 1 or 2 left in me before, like, oh shit, I'm gonna pay the price tomorrow. You know what I'm?
yeah.
That's the reality of it. I will work enough to get away to protect my family. I will go through hell and high water to protect my family, just like you would.
Yeah.
You got to do the same thing to protect yourself.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And we'll go through some of that. So you're in the middle on this one. Did that answer the questions?
Yeah,
Did that?
yeah.
And
No, yeah, that's.
And that's what I want
Distract,
is, yep,
pain,
distract,
escape.
distract pain, yep,
Escape.
I call it, yeah, well, in self-defense, I call it DRA, distraction, reaction, and action.
Okay.
So all I'm doing is your pain is giving me the reaction. Yo, what did I do? When you just simulated that, I just thinking
Yeah.
about you biting on my ribs, like it's automatic.
Yeah.
Nobody's like, oh, yeah, I got abs of steel, baby, go on, see if you can get through that rib. No, they're
Yeah.
not gonna be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I simulate the stuff that's actually in a practical, applicable way, not just like some hogwash stuff that's gonna work when you're coming at me at this, because you didn't learn which much you had. But I teach it during, I call it research and development. We're researching and development what you're getting into this. Now we're gonna take it to the next level. And then as you don't know it, well, now you do know.
Yeah.
Anybody ever get you in a headlock, I guarantee you don't remember to bite their freaking ribs. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be like, oh, no, he's dirty. No, I'm gonna fight dirty to win clean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight any way that I can to get out.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? You got
So
one
you're
minute?
doing the 4 then 3, remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's
yeah,
it's
just
this thing, and then,
And then I want you to switch your stance and
And
then
then
do
do-
3 on the other side.
yeah,
So if you're in the right stance, so I want you to do is complicated, because I want you to switch and use both sides of your tools.
copy.
So if you're in your gun hand, right or left, if you can shoot better on one side, you're gonna know that. Then I want you to simulate, get in your bad stance.
Yeah, because if you were caught here, you're creating space,
Yeah,
do
do that,
something
yeah.
else, and then
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
That way
Okay.
you're going and linking the two and creating a combo, self-defense combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 moves within that. All right, ready?
Okay.
Eyes shut.
Yep.
We're gonna go 30 seconds and let this go in there. And all this and the nerve wracking side of this, and here we go, go time.
Watch it, watch it.
Yeah. All right, you're switching stance.
Oh, yeah, so I'm mixing them up, but that's,
Yep, go forward.
Okay.
Now 3.
so 3, 1,
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
then switch.
Go 3.
Yep.
Remember that target's on in front of you.
Okay.
40 seconds.
Sorry, I keep
Sorry,
getting.
no, don't be
Yeah.
sorry, keep on going, don't be sorry, this is learning, this is how you're getting it in. I'd rather you do this here than out there.
Yeah. Okay.
45 seconds.
See, now I don't.
Oh, he's attacking.
Yeah.
So whenever 2 hands on you, because this is something different too.
Yeah.
Look how close my head is to his nose.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I
Yeah.
reach to the back of the pocket, grab my groin, grab my shirt to pretend like that's my groin.
Okay,
Headbutt first, grab, boom, bam.
Okay.
There, now step away, elbow, up. I'm
Copy.
reaching back. Now I got this guy, because what the heck?
yeah,
I saw you attacking his homie, and all of a sudden he's gonna restrain you, because, oh, there's your time.
yeah,
So anytime it's here, 2 hands on you is a blessing for you, a curse for them, because you know where my hands are.
yeah, so I
Look
get
how
this
close
shit,
my head is to your nose, or my
Uh-huh.
nose is to your head.
yeah,
Bam, bam, grabbing the groin,
yeah,
step forward, and then grab, and then as you go here,
yeah,
just stretch your back. I
okay, so,
want you to imagine like you're passing a baton.
okay,
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's
just
not,
reach that,
yeah, you're just reaching up, because the harder he holds on, the worse. Even if you get him in the gut, well, you keep on stretching back
yeah,
until you alternate that side.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
You grab the groin, you squeeze, you
Yep.
chair.
So as this goes here, yep. Matter of fact, get him in the headlock you first, and then that way he can see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get him in the headlock, so I want to review.
I got my shoulder, over my shoulder.
okay, like that,
Feels like, yes.
okay,
And you see how your
Yeah.
leg is a posture, because now you're squared up.
yeah,
This becomes a clothesline. As long as my arm gets on the crevice of his shoulder, this is enough for me to pull back,
okay,
okay? As opposed, I don't have to get super deep, I just want to be able to go back and I just pull his.
because then if
towards
the
his
guy's
armpit.
bigger than you can still get over that clavicle, right?
Easy to
Yeah.
get over, yep.
Yeah.
Try it again, both sides, yep. We bite, and you see how, yep.
Yeah, you're right, I don't want to get bit.
But you see how it
Yeah.
does, it's automatic response.
Yeah.
Get him on this headlock and then vice
Okay.
versa.
So down here, so I'm like that,
Yep, and you see how there's the open,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
Now vice versa, you get him in the headlock on both sides.
Okay.
Two.
And then I can do whatever I want.
Yep, you
Yeah,
can,
I'm
whatever,
around.
you get back,
Yeah,
his
back,
back
stay
is
away, yeah.
turned, you're right there, now the other side.
Okay.
And then I want to do that double arm grab. You know,
like for a bad day.
Just do it right there.
Yeah,
so now grab, so when your hands are here, see how my hands,
Yeah.
look how close my head is.
Yeah.
You know, boom.
So I can find you.
Yes, you can go back,
And I
grab, and then you step forward.
And I just
Yep,
squeeze.
you squeeze, and that's the groin. Imagine how low, that's it. And good thing he came up slow, because you see how that elbow,
that elbow can pop you.
Yeah.
that elbow, even if he goes in and that elbow might pop my ribs, boom, and you just go elbow, boom, now this elbow, step forward with this foot,
Yeah.
bam, ooh, see how that,
Yeah.
but that elbow doesn't take much,
No,
because that is coming in, because now if I am holding on, I'm like holding on and just throw those elbows back. I can look at my face is coming in.
yeah,
Automatic.
And I'm not having to drive, find
You're
it,
not-
it's just put your
You're just
thing
passing
there
a baton back.
Put it there.
yeah,
and
Yep.
let it make contact on its own.
Yeah, and that's, he's gonna, if he's holding on to you, well, you're moving. You're not becoming the Statue of Liberty to be an easy target.
Yeah.
yeah,
When you're shooting guns, are you staying stationary or are you moving?
No.
So we try to move.
Yeah,
So
we
it's the
could do everything we
same
can.
So you're moving into a better position. If you see it, you're out open or you see a tree, you're like, oh, I'm gonna do the wild, wild west. Come on, let's see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dodge the bullets. No, I'm gonna get behind
Yeah.
the barrier. The same thing. You're just chaining these moves together that
Yeah.
works automatic.
Okay, you've taught us, you've
Oh,
like,
so, yeah.
like 10, 15 things.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, I need a list. What did we start with? We started
So-
with,
The hands with the three.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Always
3.
three on the same.
I like
side.
that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, because you can do three on this side, you can do three on this side.
Yeah.
If I'm going in, if I'm grabbing the wrist, if I'm grabbing anywhere, you're gonna give that back. And you're always going.
Or just go here.
Yep, exactly. See how that goes in? That right there, I can feel that, because I'm like, oh, if
Yeah.
you did that hard on mine,
So I just grab your hand.
give it back to him.
Yep, so I'm done like that.
No, you just go.
Oh, yeah, so pop
No,
up
this-
on.
Yep, you can go the free hand, yep, and go straight, instead of going down low, go to where it's gonna hurt.
Okay, copy.
But go with the free hand, or with the, so you have the free hand, and this is something too, if this hand grabs and he's like strong, you got the free hand, use the free hand first and foremost.
Okay,
But if he grabs two hands, boom, you still use the free hand.
okay,
So if he grabs two hands, where's the free hand?
It's over there.
yeah.
And you go three where?
Pop, pop, pop.
Yep.
Yep.
And then you give that hand towards his chin, not his chest.
Oh, so.
Look at that broken circle, it breaks
Copy that,
automatically.
and I can switch my
You
feet.
can switch your stance and you go up, and then
Yeah.
wherever the head goes, the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so if I, yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Pop
There you
it
go.
down. Out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you do it to him.
So, yeah, so bang,
Boom, boom,
bang,
boom.
bang.
Yep, and then give that back. Yep.
Chin.
And just bring your body enough to it, so you're not just relying on your strength. So you got 170 pounds behind that limb, as opposed to 20 pounds of how strong your arms are. You know
Okay.
what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, so to break this, I need to,
Yes.
see
you
the
know
body.
that?
Perfect,
It's
yeah.
automatic.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
so to break this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not breaking that on purpose.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, so you grab me and just step in,
Yeah.
bang, 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 bang,
Yep.
bang.
Yep.
Or I can drive it up into the chin, okay.
So, the other ones that we did, somebody close to you, the flicker.
Yeah,
So if you're at the movie theater or you're like, man, this guy's giving me, I've already tried to create space. And then all of a sudden I'm closer and then I'm just going low, low, top to the hand, and then this hand comes up.
yeah. Pop, 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 pop.
So like 1, 2, 3. You're trying to be the drummer on the balls. You're like 1, 2, boom,
Yeah.
bam, but you go 1, 2, bam.
Okay. Pop, pop, pop.
There you go, because
Okay.
that's easy, easy.
Yeah.
Hands loose,
Yeah.
I can do a lot more.
Yeah, so
than
someone comes up
hands
to you and
tight.
goes, hey,
So I go 1, 2, 3.
Yep, right in that,
So,
exactly.
okay.
yeah, remember.
Multiple people is attacking, yep. Bam. Good.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Even just all this stuff is just like
Well,
so
yeah.
uncomfortable for the person.
Well, like you lightly tap my eye on that one. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't like hurt, but it's not pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's enough for you to respect the pain.
Yeah, it's like, I don't really want that again.
If
Yeah,
I was driving this,
That's
tap,
different
tap, tap,
ballgame.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's way over. Yeah.
and you have to turn on that switch. When this guy comes to this line, I gotta cross that line, because if we're half-heartedly, this stuff will never work.
Sure.
But you're only half-heartedly doing it here.
Right, so I don't want to fuck up Mark.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
But once this person's in here, and this is where I train with guys that are cops, oh, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna go full blown. Well, is that sustainable? Is that maintainable? No. You go full blown, well, you putting this guy in the injury, in the hospital, he's out of work now, and then this is it, you still gotta go to work the next day.
Yeah.
How are you gonna show up? You better buy my house, I got a big old shiny, or I'm selling a mortgage or whatever. Hey, this is on here, yeah, the last person didn't buy my house. You know what I mean? That intimidation factor is gonna be in there, and the way they look, we already prejudge people automatically.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
so that's our warning sign, like your awareness and getting back, your space is your number one friend to either run or get to your weapon.
Yeah.
But if I'm
Yeah.
in close quarters, like there's a whole nother gamut of things.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So reviewing other stuff, if I grab you with two hands, what do you do here? Oh,
Yeah.
same thing, nothing changes.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
step. Yeah. You step
Yep,
in and give it to
you
them.
step in, I'm grabbing here, boom, yep, and then you just massage his face,
Yeah.
give him a.
Or even right here, just boom, right in the
Yep.
right in the throat.
And that's where these hands on one of my logos, I used to be hands of destruction. So I used to beat the crap out of people and I had a lot of anger and issues. That's why I fought in MMA, I fought in a lot of no holds barred fights. now these are helping hands, so I lift people up with skills and talents that's
Yeah.
gonna last a lifetime.
Yeah.
So it's not this, but now it's this way, because this is gonna be universal for everybody else. I got this guy who over here is, oh, I'm gonna get out my lights and we're gonna help you by getting their lights on Instagram and Facebook, but they're not gonna put themselves in harm's way.
Right.
And I don't want you to be putting yourself in harm's way by like relying on this one option.
Yeah.
One option is great, but how do you get to that one option?
Yeah,
On a guy that knows this, and in this day and age, if he's influenced on all these other factors, how do we get to where we're most comfortable? By you being out of the space, out of the threat, you're gonna be way more complacent, concentrated, competent on stuff instead of like panicking. Oh, I'm inside. I'm going to hit. Well, I'm gonna wrestle a wrestler. Oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to box a boxer. I don't want to jiu-jitsu a jiu-jitsu guy. I'm gonna fight him my spot,
Mhm.
my way. When in the cage, there would be stuff I would go in there and feel the cage, because all the cage had little rubber dip, but I'd also feel there's cushions that they had markings on that. Well, I'm gonna sweat right in there. That's gonna be bad. I keep going there. That canvas is slippery.
Yeah.
The cage has little dip pins where I had a guy and he's going in and I had him in here and I go in and I got him on here. Well, I'm gonna do what I call as a cheese grater. I grate his face down the freaking chain. That I fight dirty because that's the thing of how I survived.
Sure.
Then I made it into martial arts.
Yeah.
And then I made it into, how do I do this now? How can I actually teach this?
Yeah.
That's gonna be working for everybody. If I go down, I'm like, okay, hey, my hands are out in here, and what am I doing? I'm staying here, you're not knowing, and I'm like, bam, I come up, or I come up, boom, boom, and I come back and mix it up, but all this is just an illusion to get you confused.
Yeah.
That's all. My bark, my bite, I was just talking out of hot air. As soon as he gets in with that in that space, I gotta do whatever I gotta do. And I'm not gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Because if he's talking out this way, imagine how much more of a confidence he's getting, and then he's like pulling in, and now it's like, that just builds up the worst things for the other person. Does that
Sure.
make sense?
It all compounds onto
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
and he just goes in, and I'm like, nope. It was like, how do you de-escalate a fight in a bar?
Buying a drink.
Buying a drink, yeah, but this guy's like, what the? You looking
You
at
sleep.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're not leaving. My homies are right there.
Apologize.
I'm so sorry. Didn't
Yeah,
mean to
apologize.
fucking offend, dude. I'm so
Now
sorry.
you're laughing at it. Now you're embarrassing. Oh, now he's thinking I'm some
Dude,
little.
big tough dude. I'm not, dude. Easy.
No, so here's the thing, you beat
Yeah.
him up verbally. So
Oh.
that right there was great, but you're laughing at me. So I'm thinking like crazy, like, this motherfucker's, and I have my homies over here, this guy's over here, and he's laughing, making me look like a, dude, that sure reminded me of my dad, he just passed away, man. I'm sorry, sorry, so what did I do? I killed him with an emotion. I distracted him enough to like break the barrier.
Yeah.
Even bad guys have a little bit of morals when it comes to that. But I gotta do things that are not the traditional
Yeah, no kidding, yeah.
aspect. If you did that, what happened? Like, man, try it when you go out to, no, don't try it at a bar. But like, look at it, I just de-escalated it.
Totally.
Completely unexpected, yeah.
Yeah, that was out of left field.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, what'd you do? You took it into heart.
Yeah.
There's enough time for me to get away or do whatever I have to do.
Yeah.
So this stuff is like I said, street knowledge with the martial arts twist. I lived in LA, I was brought up in LA, it was like, oh, out in here, Bend is like, it's great, but look at how much this changed. Going on ride-alongs, I'm like, holy moly. I haven't been on a ride-along in a long time, and I went last week, I was like, this shit's crazy. Now my buddies are sergeant, I'm like, oh, even better. I was like, dude, you're not working, you're giving all the other people the work, which is great, but he paid his dues, but he's also ex-Marine, all this stuff that I trained him, and he's going in for a promotion. I'm like, hell yeah, you're going in there. And then seeing Vanderkamp, where he's like, I was like, dude, I trained your daughter and you guys, but you never come on the mat. Now you're sheriff, now you're ready to come on. No, and like pulling him out in a good way, but it was like, it was really, really, really cool to break the ice, to see what's going on in my neighborhood. Most instructors only teach self-defense on the mat. My workout clothes on, I'm in jeans and in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Can I move in this? Can I kick in this? Yeah, I can move, but can I transfer all these skills from here to out there? And that's the thing. So close your eyes. Close your eyes. What was one thing? I'm going to touch you and I want you to speak. Tell me the one thing that resonated with you the most. Keep your eyes shut. Yep. So
Can we say it?
Yeah, just say what resonated with you the most out of it. Say.
The fingers and the eyes and the distract and cause fast, just a fast pain reaction to create space.
Okay,
Yeah, the fast pen reaction, the biting the ear with the Tyson fighting,
Yeah.
put it together for me.
now open your eyes. So now when you can see things here, because I didn't have to, now you can think and analyze all the parts and pieces. Oh, I did this, it's all this. I want it to be overwhelming because I want you to pick one or two things today that resonates with you without visually seeing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if I see it, I know, let me think about, no, I don't want you to think. I want you to react.
Wow.
You know, when you go into the car, what's the first thing you do?
Seatbelt and start.
Yeah, see.
You gotta unlock your car.
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
but nothing ever changes. Then open the door before you get in the car. I was all I did was just put a cloud out there, but your perception of how I laid it down is, oh, I'm gonna do this. Yeah. You do the same thing, you brush your teeth, you wipe your ass the same way. You
Yeah.
don't go with your left hand because like, no, I want to make sure like all of these things, you do certain things the same way.
yeah,
So when you're doing anything in training, I want you to challenge yourself by grabbing the glass with the left hand,
sure.
filling it up with your bad hand, so that way you get equal mobility and just
Okay.
challenging to think of things on there. And when a person's walking by, you know what, how many calls when you're out with your buddies, like, okay, how many license plate had an R in it? Now your awareness game goes up.
Yeah,
Okay, now how many cars did I just pass? What was the guy wearing in the car? How many windshields are tinted? How many lower cars are in this neighborhood now?
Mhm.
How many people are speeding more? How many, all of these things.
totally.
When a guy comes in on a roundabout faster, you're already anticipating like, oh shit, oh, and I knew it.
Yeah,
Okay, he was going, what happens in icy conditions? You slow down. What happens when other people, well, I'm going here, especially out of state plates, so they're like, oh,
It's like,
they're,
let's give them some room. Yeah.
but all of these things, we do them automatically, so all I want you to do is add self-defense thinking of, how do I incorporate this, that's not like, okay, I'm gonna time myself on the song, I wanna see every black car as I'm going to work, or every red car, or
Yeah,
whatever green car, whatever standout car, I wanna look for every Toyota. I wanna look for every thing, because now you make it into a game that's transferable, it's like, oh yeah, you're driving, okay, with your wife, your kids, okay, how many, your girl, I want you to see every red car.
Yeah.
Out there, I want you to name, I don't care what it is, but I want you to name that, make or model to the best of your ability, but as you're naming it, you're seeing things that are different, that's relatable, your awareness is gonna enhance on the thing, because you're already aware, oh, I've seen the shadow, I've seen this guy over here, your peripheral is in here.
Yeah.
So, close your one eye, or like, yeah, you have one hand here, how far can you see? Can you see,
Yeah, here.
right, now, can you, yeah, let's do this way, yep, so I'll do Mark first, so, can you see me now, Mark?
Yeah.
What about now?
I see
Look
your
straight
arm.
ahead,
Yeah,
yep,
just a
what
little
about now? Can you see my toes?
Yes.
Okay, what about now?
Yeah.
Okay, what about now?
No.
Okay, what you see now, can you see me?
No.
Right here, what about now? You can
Yes.
relax, Mark, yep, but looking straight ahead, don't look at me. So I
Yeah,
want you to train your peripheral to see things like this.
yeah,
Can you see my feet?
barely,
Okay, what about now?
a little better.
Don't look down.
Yeah.
Okay, how many fingers am I holding up?
No idea,
Okay, what about now?
not quite there. Looks like one.
Okay.
Yeah,
But this is the whole
Yeah.
thing, like how
Yeah.
we can do these little things. So now you do it on the other eye. So when I would train fighters, I would cut their eye, I would plug both of the nose. I would have them drink water. Man, okay, I can't breathe. Well, I can't see. Yeah. So you gotta make it round without spitting out the water. I have all this, so you have all your nose. Well, your jaw just got freaking pulverized. So how do I simulate this real target? Like I simulate it with tools and tips and tricks that's not gonna hurt you for the longevity.
yeah,
So if I had water and all of a sudden I was sparring, I had to go 5 minutes. I gotta relax, I gotta breathe, that's the thing, so when you're shooting, I want you to try to add water into the take. As a coaching premises to like, okay, hey, run over here, go
Mhm.
10 yards and cut the corner and then shoot. But
Yeah.
don't spill a drop of water, don't swallow it.
Mhm.
And I wanna see it, I wanna hear you goggle it when I come back to test you to see if you add that arsenal to your skill set. You know what I mean? Oh, how do I breathe under pressure when, oh my gosh, my nerves, I'm simulating nerves that are gonna be like, oh, I had to shoot 5 shots, I don't know if I shot them or, whatever it may be.
yeah,
Or now I want to handicap with my one eye. the guy, you have a pirate patch. Get some nostrils to plug in. How can I breathe over here? Okay, how can I shoot? How can I simulate where their heart rate's up? And how to do this is, so this is what I would simulate on a boxing where I just punched you and I got your bell rung. You know what it's like to get your bell rung? You're about to feel it, but I'm not even gonna touch you. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. You're both gonna go down. You guys done this before? Or standing right here, hand on your fist, or fist on your head. I've been one too many headshots.
No, you're good.
So I want you to look down at your toes,
Mhm.
spin around 10 times, and then I want you to attack George when he comes out.
So
Okay.
let's do it like
Yep,
that.
yep, go 10 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Attack George, go. Oh, boy, good job. You okay?
geez, yeah, okay.
But that's exactly
Yeah.
how it's gonna
You
feel.
go.
You okay?
Yeah, okay, not fun.
How to simulate your bell's just been shot, like you heard the echoes of your gun. Well, now I can't, my equilibrium's off.
Yeah.
You saw this. Paul, what did you do? You still attacked as you were going down because he was in that range.
Yeah.
But this is how fast, how you can simulate in a safe, make sure that their gun, like wherever it's going in there, but this is how you would have to find, well, I'm gonna grapple you, I'm gonna grab, oh man, I can't move. I can't do this because it's enough for me to get your bell rung, for you to just feel what it's like, but not to be like, man, that shot.
Mhm.
You've heard shots when they don't have their earmuffs, and how long does it ring after?
Good one, wow. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's the same, similar things, but doing it safely. Like, okay, hey, now I want you to go in there and I want you to go 5 push-ups, or I want you to do 5 straight squats. Can you do it without wobbling over?
Yeah.
And then I want you to shoot. And then I want you to do 5 burpees. All of a sudden, oh my gosh, my heart rate's up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting their equilibrium, this cardio, this, their balance, their strength, all these, oh, can I, my nerves, I'm shaking, I'm shocking the muscles in a different element that's gonna make them work under pressure and fire on how they have to do. Well, what do you have to do? Anything you have to do in this life, you have to breathe.
Mhm.
When you first came in, it was, well, breathe. You're
Yeah.
holding your breath. Well, great. What are you gonna do here in the real combat? You're shooting, you're holding your breath. When people are shooting on target, are they holding their breath? Or are they more relaxed?
Mhm.
They're on target, you're breathing like, at least that's what
Yeah.
I've seen, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm no like gun person,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Okay.
yeah. Does that make sense? You're okay? Sorry
Yeah,
about
good.
that. I should have had a padded
That's all I got.
room. That's why it's padded.
I was like, whoa. I didn't know it was up. I was like, what is going on?
And that's how to mess, like do it safely, because as long as people don't get sick, but also, like I would have them go in there and I would have guys take gut shots. Now fight when your guts, when I've hit you in the kidney, I've dropped you in the liver, I'm hitting you in target areas that, oh, yeah, you can go for a little bit, but then all of a sudden it just seizes and stops. What's gonna happen? Oh my gosh, I can't believe Johnny was my boyfriend and he attacked me, and all of a sudden it's the ones that we know the closest to us are the ones that attack us the most. You know what I mean? That hurts us the most. So it's all this as your, and this is one thing, as your comfort level goes up, your awareness level goes down.
Sure.
So when you're out and about, I want you to always, and you've done this, and like I use distractions on my glasses, my phone, other TV, recourses on the walls, the windows, because I'm not always gonna have my back towards the door or towards somebody coming in. I'm not always gonna be positioned, seeing in where I have a basic end table. I'm like, that's my seat, get out of there. I want that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as your awareness goes up, it's all the way through awareness, verbal distractions, pain compliance, and then you have space. So verbal, awareness, verbal, because if you see it coming, you see this big bully guy coming, all of a sudden,
Oh, hey, shoot something.
yep,
Yeah.
yep, boom.
Yeah.
Yep. And see, what did you do? He sold it by pointing enough. And if I can point closer, but I want you to point up in here, hey, there's Johnny over here. I want you to point towards their face because this is closer to
Yeah.
their eyes as
Yeah.
opposed to down there. Oh, is that down here? If I'm going down, hey, is that your money?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
your money, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
As opposed
Yes,
to down
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Is look at this. Now this is something that's habits would train or habits would gain. Up top, I
Yeah.
got more toys.
Okay.
From all that. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
There's a lot thrown out at you.
There's a
There's
lot.
gonna be a lot.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's,
You good?
I'm good. I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm great.
and it's not like it's, like I said, it's a traditional ordeal. It's stuff that's gonna work today.
Well, I mean, frankly, the being dizzy and being able to just with my left hand falling backwards poke the eyeballs, that was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That,
And that's-
okay, that,
Yeah,
that works.
I was hitting the garage door, and I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's exactly what I want you to do. And that was not choreographed. You didn't know what I was gonna do. You didn't know what was gonna happen until you got tested. And then it was like, oh, you hit his head. Oh man, well, but that's the reality. You could have slipped on an
Yeah.
icy road out there.
Yeah.
All of that stuff links in. And then you just chain this move to another one. What do? We chain 4 moves, 3 moves
Yep.
to 7 moves by switching your stance.
Yeah,
Not that you're ever gonna be in there, but to create, what were we doing? At the same time, creating space.
Yeah.
On all those moves, I didn't have to say, hey, get back, you're not staying in there in green. The only time it stumped you was when I grabbed you something
Yeah.
and didn't conventional, and then when I got him
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
it was, and those are the things, the element of surprise is what's gonna catch us off guard, but
Yeah.
remember, you can always do something.
yeah,
2 hands on you is a blessing for you, a curse for them,
sure,
because they are exposed in different areas. You know where my hands are if I'm touching.
yeah,
You know, if my hands are here, man, well, you know, this is my next shot if I'm
Mhm.
coming in
Yeah.
or whatever it may be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
totally, yeah.
So any questions on me? For me?
No, not
Exactly.
currently.
Yeah.
I mean, in more of, I guess, like taking this home, what is the best practice method? Like, is it just doing stuff in the air?
Yeah,
Is it like, 'cause if you have a heavy bag, I guess you could do the same
Yeah.
kind of shit?
I want stuff to, it'd be great, yeah, go and incorporate this incorporate this into your life. So before you grab anything on a cabinet or whatever, I want you to go in there, gut 3 and scratch, whether it's a cup, well, before the cupboard, before you put your hand on the cupboard, go against the handle on the cupboard and then grab that cupboard open.
Copy that.
Okay, so you can simulate what we did, so it's
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
And as soon as this, they grab the cup, okay, come back in and then set it down.
Mhm.
Sure,
But just simulate like things that's going
Yeah.
down,
yeah,
that we do, that's not gonna be like, oh,
Just getting reps in
I
basically.
mean, yeah. And then as you go back in, whether you guys do it on your own on another time, and then when you come back in here, get ready, because you're gonna have a flood more things. I don't know what's gonna be good for you, what's good for you. And as long as you retain one thing out of this and take away and add that one thing to your arsenal, call it your martial arts, your self-defense arsenal, that becomes your tool belt.
yeah,
That becomes your tool belt. Yours is gonna be different. Hey, I really like this. His was different from yours, and yours was different from his.
Mhm.
So as you come back, you review those 2 that are easy.
Yeah.
Can I do this in 3 minutes a day? Can I train on the song? Okay, 3 minutes, I'm gonna be completely focused on everybody that comes through the room or through work, everything that comes in, I'm gonna see, I'm gonna hear. I wanna listen to the person in the background. I wanna start reading the person's lips. I wanna start doing other things like, how's his posture? Is
Yeah,
he in here? How is he? Is he aggressively or is he like, oh no, is he kind of soft spoken? Listen to people's tonality. Like as you're going in there, you can adjust. Like,
Yeah.
what did I have to do when I said, man, when you look at me, what the fuck are you looking at in the bar? That was my dad. Look at my tonality. I have to adjust.
Yeah.
So if you come out with your tonality of like all this, and if you have compassion, and then you're like, oh, I can do it. I can relate to all these different aspects
yeah,
of those things. And it's just taking stuff that's at you and you create your technique, your form, your moves. I don't want to say, hey, these are my moves and these work on everybody, because they don't. My moves work for me. Your moves are gonna work for you. Your moves are gonna work for you. One thing that I remember is this is from the first time, I was like, okay, well, let's simulate this because this is a good variant.
yeah,
So how can we incorporate stuff that you've already done, that you do naturally, that you do automatically, that's not gonna take years of, I gotta retrain this, I gotta go on this side, oh, your foot's not right. No, how do we do this stuff that's automatic response?
yeah,
So if I know where you're going before you're going there, I'm already ahead of you.
This was part of the retention draw kind
yeah,
of,
yeah,
kind of situation.
And see, but what did you do automatically? You step
Step
back
back,
yeah.
before you retract, before you grab,
yeah,
created space. That's universal. So that space is number one. And then you were verbalizing as you were going back, hey, hey, get away, get away, get away.
Yeah.
All that, that's number 2. Boom. And it's in no particular order. It's just gonna be in different things. You're like, I got so now I gotta talk to this guy. You know what I mean? The louder you can be in a scene, the bad guys doing bad things, you don't want to be seen or heard. So the louder,
Yeah, you make the
and
big
the
noise.
bigger
Yeah.
I
That's
can
the
bring-
picture we train.
yeah, the big time,
yep. And
Makes
that's
sense.
why
Yeah.
yeah,
when I slapped those pads, all of a sudden, whoa, it's the element of surprise, because that was just then a distraction. because you knew what you were doing, but I had to put another real life element in it.
Yeah.
It's like the guys barking and fighting
Yeah.
and yelling and all that.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, this is all simple. Think of it, it's not simple, you're not gonna remember it.
Yeah.
That's as straight up as it's gonna be. In a fight, if a person's got all these 10 moves before you finally get to the one or two that could have taken them out, dude, it's too complex, too complicated. When you have that emotional roller coaster, you ain't gonna remember half of it.
Yeah.
You're gonna remember 1 to 3 moves top.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, too complex, too complicated.
Yeah.
And so do all the verbal distractions on that. Like all of a sudden I'm driving, all of a sudden I, hey, all of a sudden, hey, stop doing that. And I freak people out. Like, yep. And here's another thing, you go into a bigger crowd, I say, hey, John, I don't know anybody in that crowd, but all of a sudden somebody's gonna wave their house or wave their hand because we need a program to be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, hey, but you're looking at me and you're like, all right, this guy's crazy, but I'll wave to him anyways, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like, what is automatic responses? I've done that, and I was like, this is the whole thing, like martial arts is fun. So if I hit you, if I go in there, well, now I gotta create a distraction. If I go toe to toe, we're ready.
Yeah.
Like fighters going here, and I'm like, dude, we're ready. I was like, no, have loose, let's go out here, and
Yeah.
like, hey, switch your stance. If I'm going right, left, and I'm like, hey, I'm having fun.
Man,
So-
I'm getting my.
Yeah, and that's exactly it, but look at what she did is you're putting a barrier.
Yeah.
Somebody's like this coming at you, hey man,
Yeah.
he's tweaking or he's
Yeah, no, I don't
whatever.
wanna fight with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, and I don't wanna fight because I could go out, like, I know how bad it is. I'm so good that I can still get fucked up.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it. I'm not some like, oh no, I've done this. No, I got a bigger pain tolerance, but my pain tolerance can't go, I'm not gonna go toe to toe with people. So when I would go in there, when I would fight, I would create distractions with people. And this was one of the distractions. And I would have my mouthpiece get in their mental game. I'd blow kisses at people all day long.
Oh, that's fine.
I would go in here. They go, oh my God. So I go in here, hey, your mom was great last night, man. See this? And then what? What? Hey, dude, your sister's gonna come. And I would get in their head and
Yeah.
I would just mess with them so bad that afterwards, I'm like, my guards, hey, good fight. Hey.
You're so cut the fight so
Yeah,
long,
I'm
yeah.
like, hey, because this is the whole element. If I can beat them mentally, I know I can beat them physically.
Yeah.
And this is the whole thing. If you can beat anybody mentally, you don't have to beat them physically because
Right.
you've already
Already
learned
won.
enough
Yeah.
to get to where you need to be. Where now I'm good. Yeah, come a little closer and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can go on and on and on and on.
Yeah, no, I gotta go write down some.
And that's the thing. You take away your notes and then you guys compile
Yeah.
all of this stuff because this might next time we might go on the bag. Next time, whatever you guys want, it's like how do you punch? But like I said, these two knuckles, like when you make a fist, they're the bones. These two line up perfectly with the bigger bone. These two, whoa, look how far they're out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I'm gonna end up breaking these. So
Yeah.
when you hit on these two knuckles, and how do you train that? You go into just like a plank of like I have my two knuckles into the mat.
Hmm.
Which 3 knuckles are in?
Yeah.
I'm on the 3 that's soft. No, I gotta train my wrist. This is also transferable. If I can grab onto my gun or holding on, now when that gun recoils, you can't have a loose CV. It's like, hey, okay, have a shoot like
Yeah,
this. You know what I mean? It's the same things on there.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, so we got lots to learn, and he mentioned like there's so this stuff I would love to incorporate, you know, the handful of moves in every situation
yeah.
and that automatic response and boom.
Yeah.
Like this, the 1, 2, 3, that's like
yeah,
that's like
The
the easiest
three
thing in the
from
world.
One side is huge.
yeah.
Like,
It's the 3-hit wonder. It's
yeah,
like
up,
outside
yeah.
baby.
Yeah, every kind of thing, and then it has to come in here or the
Yeah, that
In the
that was
throat.
amazing.
See,
Yeah.
look at how much more you're picking up after that because it was all off of one event that you are creating your style, not my style.
Yeah. So I mean that's super cool. I want to rep that a bunch more, and I like the chaotic situations where like the hell, but it's like I think that was really cool.
No, the eyes closed to open and not knowing where the threat's coming from.
Yeah,
It's fresh. Like,
Because that's the nerves. That's you're coming in with an emotion, and I'm taking away your biggest freaking tool.
Yeah.
Which is your vision.
So I do that. I'd love to do that more. But he also said, you know, I think striking, knives, sticks.
Yeah,
all,
knives,
like, there's-
sticks, everything martial arts, but like hand-to-hand stuff.
Yeah, this
like,
stuff for sure.
to
Yeah.
get to where you need to get to.
Yeah,
Like there's, yeah, I mean, collie, basic 6 count, basic knife count, basic stuff too. This guy has one, well, if I've never done it, I'm gonna be exposed. Well, yeah, if I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
some if a guy's coming, at me with a knife right now,
Yeah.
I'm drawing my gun.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but if a guy's here with a knife,
yeah.
it becomes more of a problem.
Well, did you guys see the video of the Ukraine and the Russian guy in the knife fight? So this happened a couple weeks ago. So there was a video between it's a 1v1 and it's a Ukrainian guy with a GoPro hunting for a Russian. A drone comes in, blows up, there's a whole thing, and then they are shooting at each other and they finally get this close that their gun barrels cross and they're shooting next to each other, and then the knife fight starts. The Ukrainian guy pulls his knife, he's then disarmed, and then he's dispatched by the Russian guy, and they're like talking to each other. It's this wild fucking video. And it was a paradigm shift for me because it was so intimate and so long that like I carry a knife all the time. I think you carry a knife all the time. Mostly it opens boxes, but there's an aspect that's, potentially going to open other shit. And I realized I have no fucking clue outside of just making like a sharp thing stay out front, how to actually use that. So I would be curious, like, to where 1, 2, 3, like keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
What would be like a keep it simple,
knife,
stupid?
Yeah, real practical knife fight stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
So what's worse, stabbing or slicing?
they both sound terrible.
They both suck. None of those. And one's out the other. I just said the same thing. So the knife, like on here, like it's a rubber knife. So I tell people like that way you're not like,
Yeah.
I have real knives, but this one, when this is out in here, you just have to get behind the thread. Where's the thread?
There.
Right. So how do you get behind the thread? Oh, yeah, but now you're coming to my other thread.
Copy. So you come to
Come to the weaker side. Oh, well, look at the thread.
copy that.
This principle one, just get behind the thread.
Okay.
Get
No matter
away
what.
from you.
Yeah. So if I go and I joust at you,
Yeah.
get behind the thread.
Yeah.
Keep getting behind the thread. Oh, there. If I
Yeah.
come back, get behind the thread.
Yeah.
But as soon as this goes back, so the thing is you didn't control the thread to get behind the thread.
Copy.
So if this comes at me, anywhere you come at me,
Yeah, sure.
I'm getting behind, I'm controlling the thread.
Yeah.
I don't want this any thread. I'm putting it towards you.
Yeah.
I hope you slice and dice yourself,
Right.
as opposed to me trying to, I'm not gonna worry about disarming.
Yeah.
I'm just getting behind the thread, controlling the thread to get away
Yeah.
on this one. Like I did this, remember I did the knife on the thread? You remember that?
I do.
So-
I don't remember what to do though.
Okay, so here's this, what would you do from here? You're at the ATM, and all of a sudden, man, or you just pulled up in your brand new Tesla, give me your money, give me your car.
I'm thinking something like that.
I sliced you.
Yeah.
Oh, man, oh, now I'm stabbing down that
Copy.
jugular.
Yeah.
See? Test time. Make me look bad.
No, you went like this,
Slice and dice. Yeah.
right? I don't remember. You said I remember it was something to do. We give them something less important to cut.
Yep, I give it back to him. So here, give me any, hold it towards my throat.
Sure.
Hold my hand however you want,
Yeah.
down or back.
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm gonna do, if I go out,
Yeah.
slice, and it's a double bladed, so I'm gonna be feeling this. I come back, I give it to you, I slice down.
Oh,
I'm
that's
out.
fucking wild.
That's
Okay.
crazy. Yeah.
So
I'm
you're
not-
still creating space by
Yep.
your movement.
So
Yeah.
the
right,
thing
that's
is,
right,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna try to do a judo throw, and then all of a sudden the blade's still in front of me. I'm controlling the thread. Look at the thread, it's right here. Where's the thread? Right
Okay.
here. I control this. Can you slice me? Oh,
Not
I
really.
love this knife. This is me and this knife's going to bed. Like
Yeah.
I ain't letting go. As soon as I step back, I create the space.
That's right.
I
Copy.
slice down to create the opening out. This has been tested because I've had this shit happen. I pissed myself. This tradition, I felt the knife slicing my throat. I was like, oh, and guy pissing. I'm like scared shitless because they're thinking it's funny. And it's the homies want to play a prank. I'm like, dude, this is not a prank. And then all of a sudden it was survival. And then it got serious and he was under some drugs. And I'm like, that, like, dude, if he's on here and he's tweaking, and who knows how far he's gonna tweak out of it.
Yeah.
Gosh, being in the wrong place, being in the around certain people is not
Yeah.
welcome. So if I go in here,
Yep. So
here,
this is coming with.
yeah, that's holding. See how, but don't hold so far down because I still got this. So when you do this has to sit behind you.
So
Sit behind you.
so I come back through your legs.
Yep. You step, nope, not between my legs.
Okay, it'd be like-
No.
Yeah.
There, now, there you go, let them have the arm.
Okay.
See, because now look behind, or step in between, oh, great, whoa. You're knocking me off balance, I'm off balance. Yeah, so I'm going in,
Grab this.
step, slice, nope, slice down. There's the opening to pull your head out.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Yeah, nope, so as soon as this, curve my knife, man, no,
Sorry.
as soon as this goes in, now slice down. Go, there's the opening. Now there's the
Okay,
head to
okay.
come out.
That's where you come out. Okay.
Yeah, because if you're trying to come out in here, well, you're slicing and dicing. If he hits an artery,
Toast.
yeah, at night. So the number one threat, so if I'm coming down at you this way, oh, great. And if I hold this loose, boom, all of a sudden the knife ricochets, gets right in.
Sure.
So this one, no. So what would you do from here?
I'm gonna try it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now it's muscle against muscle. Now I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
now I know
cut
how
my
to
hand.
fight.
Yeah.
And now I know how to do the simple figure eight.
Yeah.
Simple. So as soon as this goes here, I don't want to stop them. I want to get behind.
Get around it.
So I would just move to the side.
Yep, so if I'm here, great, now here's my other hand. Now I'm coming back.
Gotcha. Okay,
So
so,
never go into his tools.
Okay.
Here's my tools. Oh, great. Oh, man. I'm
so
off
it's like
balance.
the other side, you go to the nice
Yep.
side.
So as soon as I'm here, oh, look at that. Now, here's what I do. As soon as that comes at me,
Yeah.
I give it back to you. I'm here, moving back. And as it slides, two hands on one, oh shit, I want to ricochet this hand up.
Yeah.
Not one hand, I'm strong, but can I do this? I can wax on, I can push that all the way down.
You can do the same thing with a baseball bat.
Baseball bat, so simple six is the only six strikes you'll ever learn that you can learn. This is one with the stick, this is one with the knife, or this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 is coming straight over. 6 is same simple six have gotten me through hell and high water. If I know how to hit with 2 sticks, it's the same simple
Yeah.
six. Boom, 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 boom. Now it's like, oh, how do I get in here? When
Yeah.
you're out in a hike, you can easily find sticks, rocks. I always pick up rocks. I always pick up, but for a hiking stick,
Yeah.
something that's a little bit that if I go at you, all of a sudden I go, hey, cash, boom, boom, there's my
Yeah.
timeout. There's my distraction. I threw that stick, or there it is, or that dirt comes at you, or whatever it may be. It goes at your eyes. Yeah. Simple. You're using this, and this.
Yeah.
It's environment. You got your water bottle. Great. There's coffee. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I throw coffee. I did create a distraction. Knock that down. Boom. You go back. Bam. All of a sudden it's in there. And it's all like, what can we do that's so simple, that's not so complex and complicated that we will not remember? Yeah, these are a handful of moves because you don't have to go through a knife getting into your throat. I've been there. I pissed myself because I was scared shitless, and I know what works. And am I gonna try to judo throw guy? Hell no.
Yeah.
Can I get him without slicing my throat? And if anybody's pulling this out, you better believe they're this close to them ready to use it a lot more. And anything that's going to be used against me, I gotta use it towards them before. All I'm gonna do is give it back to them.
Yeah.
And all, yeah.
That's the shit that I'm really curious about, like,
Yeah.
just the taking me out of my own head and turning it into because for me, for whatever reason, I see space, I want to fill space
Yeah.
to get away, but the fact that the weapon can keep moving towards me doesn't enter my brain, so like flipping that around was really helpful for me.
So when I trained law enforcement, it was the same thing. And everybody showed up in white shirts. I was like, everybody gets a marker.
Yeah.
Now my goal is I'm gonna mark you up. I don't have the restriction that you guys have to abide by.
Yeah.
But I'm in a knife fight and you don't have access to your gun. You're in the cell, you're in the jail, you're in whatever. You're in booking a guy and you can't take that into the cell or whatever it may be. My goal is to just, I'm gonna shake you, I'm gonna stab you, I'm gonna do all these things.
Fuck your day up. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use everything that I can. I'm gonna fight dirty because I'm gonna win clean. My goal is you're not going home to your family.
Yeah.
Your goal is you're going home to your family every day. And that's the number one thing that I tell people. You gotta, whenever you're in an encounter, self-defense, you gotta walk in the same way, you gotta walk out the same way you walked in. You can't walk out, oh man, I can't, like I got plantar fasciitis, I got arthritis on my neck and all my injuries. Well, how do I work around that? Because I'm not always gonna be perfect. Not always, but if you are fresh and you have the basic fundamentals, the fundamentals are gonna carry on all the way through. You open the car the same way because it's the fundamentals. You're not gonna, some cars may open automatic, the doors, but you always have to have the unlock the key, hold the handle,
Yeah.
get in, sit down, push button or turn the ignition, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Put your foot on the brake, you cannot start the car any other way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the same, think of principles, because principles will last through the test of time. When you grabbing your gun, what's the first thing you gotta do?
Clear it.
Yeah, you gotta clear, so you're not like, oh shit, I'm not gonna, you do that automatically, you don't even think about it. That's the same thing self-defense has gotta do, so it comes automatic. Simple is, that's what you're gonna remember, you do this enough times, you know what to do. Okay, now you know, what am I doing? You're doing things automatically fast enough. Now you just add your flavor to it, you're gonna add your flavor to it.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong, you know what I mean? And then the same thing with the guns and all that, like I'm getting back, I'm shooting the guy back, and when it goes down to a gun.
Yeah, gun stuff too, like close combat gun stuff.
Yeah,
Copy that.
and that's where it's like, it's just, I'm breaking your stuff, I'm breaking a finger, but I'm getting behind the threat,
Yeah.
because where's the threat? This is, same thing as, so when I'm training like cops, that's rubber and all that, that way, so you have to keep your finger out, so as soon as this goes in, I got a hand here, I go up, if this one's here, I don't wanna shoot anybody else and clear the room, my kid's over there, my
Yeah.
wife's there, I cleared out, but bang, he got shot. As soon as I go out, boom, this hand comes up, I break it back towards you. If your fingers in that trigger, shooting back, all I'm doing is putting this barrel, I'm getting, where's the threat? There's the threat, I don't wanna be in front of the threat, I'm getting behind the threat, and when I break this down, that's snapping your finger. Now, this threat is gonna come out and that breaks your finger. That's how I shoot. You know, but as this goes there, I'm grabbing I'm getting behind the threat.
Yeah.
My threat's here. Oh, I don't want no toe to toe. I want to be behind the threat. Think of the threat. I have a knife. If I have this, if I have all these other things, if the hand goes back, I'm positioning my hands here. I'm gonna get behind the threat. I'm gonna get it back to you. Boom. Now I'm coming back. Fight. Now I'm gonna snap. I'm twisting. I'm not disarming the gun. But what did I do? All I did, whether it's right or whether it's left, I'm striking back. I'm getting behind the threat.
Yeah.
I'm worried about this, not disarming, but just taking this off.
Yeah.
I gotta, here's the threat.
Yeah.
I don't wanna be here and try to talk someone do, I can do that when you let me. They're the moves you're beating, don't let me. Those are the ones that I want you guys to focus on more than anything else on that. You know what I mean? Like this stuff right in here. You're getting like black belt stuff. They don't even show this guys. They don't even know because you ever been in a street fight? Have you ever had this shit happen to you? No. They've been taught dojo mechanics, dojo etiquette.
Like agreed upon combat. Yeah.
We're in dojo, we're in pants, and we're here, and all this. I was like, no, I'm agreeing to that.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing to what I'm gonna be able to do to what.
Yeah.
I gotta protect my family, I gotta provide for my family.
Yeah.
If you're not here for your family, who's gonna take care of you? Who's gonna do this stuff? Who's gonna take your kids to a minute? Who's gonna take all this? So you gotta be the one to be there. That's something why I moved out of LA, because I want it to be, if I kept on going down the route that I was doing, I had road rage, I was short fused, I was tempered, I was pissed, I was angry, I was just sitting in traffic 3 hours. So here's this true story, keep on. So I had 2 sticks. These sticks are like 6 guys. When you know how the basic principles in here. The guy cut me off on the freeway, and I was boxed in. And I knew it, I was like, oh shit, I flipped him off, I was like, can't pull over, do this. And I was like, oh shit, homie's cutting off, this guy blocked me in. This other guy was boxed in, I had to go out the passenger side. I always had sticks in my freaking car. Because I would never, if I had a gun, I would shoot everybody in, and I would have 2 easy. But these sticks, you always have a head, and you have a butt. Don't want to be down here with only restriction because this comes out. So within this simple 6, I'm always pointing this hand here. My hands relax. As soon as that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boom, and this comes back. As soon as this guy goes here, pop, 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 bam. This guy goes low, I'm hitting him in the shin, pop, pop, and then face down. I got 4 strikes. How am I going to get away? This one comes close, bam, I'm jabbing him back, coming back up, coming back in. I'm not doing all the fancy, dancy stuff that looks pretty.
Yeah.
Fight is not freaking pretty at all. It is vicious. It is scary. There's no choreograph into a real fight or into a self-defense.
Yeah.
There is not choreographed. I do 1,001 moves and let I only want to do a handful that you don't let me, that are mine.
Yeah.
That's what I told you at the very beginning. I want you to have a handful. not 20. A handful, even if that's 2, even if that's 3, 1, whatever it may be. I want a handful of your moves that you can do on anybody. And for the rest of your age, at every stage of your lifeline on your timeline. And if those aren't your handful of moves, and they can't be effective when you're 90. Might want to reconsider moves that are going to be working more efficient and more effective. As opposed, and where's that efficient? I guarantee you, I don't know anybody that I train can handle that.
Yeah.
That is one of, and that right in there, you know what I mean? That's 1 or 2. There's 2 moves right there.
Yeah.
How easy is it to go to that?
Super.
And it's open year round.
Yeah.
What happens in the winter time? We're all bundled up. Oh man. But I gotta see where I'm going. I'm not like, oh, okay, I'm not bundled up where, oh shoot, I'm in here. I have a hoodie. I'm not even on the mask or on the facial, the ski. Well, I know where the throat is. I know by the outline of when I go here, how I can sleeve in.
Yeah.
I know when I go into the hit and now number 1, if I come across and I control this, try to hit it, bam, I'm choking you out quick.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and this was here, so if I just place the stick here, I reach around. Boom, and then if he grabs a hold of the stick, oh, great, I'm gonna kayak. Oh, huh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into motions that are relatable to everybody, not like, oh, you're going to the figure eights and the sun singing songs, whatever it may be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going into things that are that.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
So.
This is awesome, man.
Yeah. And that's it. Yeah, and that's why like. So here, I'll stop this. Any other question?
No,
No. So this one, let me show you one little thing. This is what I'm gonna be building. Where is this at? Gotta stop this.